Welcome, guys.
Hey.
No, hit the theme song.
Welcome to Sidscussions. I think that was it. Yeah, sorry.
Righto. Yeah. No, thanks for doing this, guys. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Please, speak close to. You want to swallow that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Hey, bro.
Righto. Introduce yourselves, guys.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Fonoti-Fuimaono. I am a 24-year-old tenor singer, I guess. And yeah, I enjoy puns and fun.
Thank you, Emmanuel. My name is Katherine Winitana, or Katherine Rosa. I am, what did you say? I'm 24, and I am a soprano, and I don't like puns, but I like fun things.
Well, that's great, guys.
That was a bad intro, man.
No, it's chill. It's chill. This is like, honestly, it's very chill vibes. We just do whatever we want. It's like what we usually do. But now I record it, which is the scary bit.
Yeah.
But nah, obviously, big day for us today.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I'm glad it's over. It's like been the one thing that's been on my mind for like ages, and I don't have an excuse to not do my dissertation anymore.
Nah, that's good.
Yeah.
So, Lexus chill now.
Have you guys done like auditions for it before? Is this your first one?
For Lexus?
Yeah.
This
No,
first.
this is the first.
I think it's the first for a lot of people, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty scary, actually.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I knew I'd be nervous, but I didn't think I'd be that nervous today.
Yeah.
Like, we were driving in, and then it just kind of dawned on me, and I was like, whoa, this is the Lexus Song Quest.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, but then there was a lot of overthinking. Like, I was like sitting there like, oh, was the choices I made right? Oh, did I do this? I've gone through all my pieces like 50 times plus.
Yeah.
And I'm still sitting there like, maybe I'll get these words wrong if I'm going to muck it up. It was fine.
Yeah, I mean,
It was all good.
I know. I'm like coming to terms with the fact that I've done as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've gone through, at least me. I've done like a bunch of times just trying to get it in the voice, and like some stuff wasn't there, but it's you know what I mean. It's I'm just looking at it now. It's like, well, it's done. It's over.
Yeah.
I can't change it. To be honest, it was one of the nicest audition panels ever.
They were so
It was
nice.
so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they actually were nice. And it went by pretty fast.
Yo,
As
it
well.
kind of goes by in a blur, right?
Yeah. You're already like finishing your third song. I was like, oh, okay. Bye.
Oh, do you know what was weird though? Because you had your audition before us, right? And then Ridge was just before us as well. And I said, did they ask you anything? You know, did they talk to you or interview you? And both of you said, oh yeah, they asked me this, blah, 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 blah. And then I went in there and then I finished my last piece and I was like expecting them to talk to me. And then I was standing there like for the longest time. And then they just go, oh, you can go, you know. And I was like, oh. Sorry.
No. So after I sing my aria first, and then they asked me to sing my oratorio, and I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to sing this shit at 11 o'clock in the morning. I sing it, and as I finished singing, and then Lindy plays the outro, and then they like wave to stop, and they were like, oh, be sweet, we don't need to hear anymore, thank you. And so I was like, oh,
Wait,
I've
did you only
haked
do 2 pieces?
bro, so this is what I mean. I'm thinking now, I've flopped it, see you again in 2 years. And I like pick up my score and my like mask from the stand. And I like, you know, Lindy and I just like start to walk out and stuff. And they're like, oh, are you not going to sing your third piece? I was like, Lindy and I. Bro, Lindy and I were just like, bro? And so he's like, oh, no, we'd be happy to sing that
Oh
for
my
you. Yeah, so I go and sing my leader, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. That's so jokes. But
Wait,
yeah. I don't
did
know.
they tell you were doing Nachton Toroma
Yeah, so...
before?
Yeah,
So they
after-
gave you both?
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh, okay.
No, because I thought... they gave me both, and... you know, I was expecting to sing nothing for him, and then they said, "Oh, that's fine."
Stop. Stop singing.
They said stop, and then they said, "Oh, we don't need to hear anymore." And Lindy and I both took it as, "We don't need to hear any more of you at all. Please stop."
Oh, but how long was the oratorio?
So, not long.
So,
In the 2 minutes.
but here's the thing, though: we never know what would happen.
Bro, honestly, like, I was
It's-
messaging some people and you was like, "Oh, they said this." So what do I just like? You
Yeah.
just don't. If I keep thinking about it, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
I mean, I've already said like quite a bit, and I've only just driven from Parnell to here.
yeah.
And I'm just like, oh man, I did this wrong. Oh, what's gonna happen? They said this.
Oh, bro,
and
I
not
did-
this. It was so
I'll be
scary.
honest, I did shitloads wrong. But I'm just like, well, what's the? I don't know. Like, I did a lot of stuff wrong because I tried to take risks.
Yeah.
It's like some people will say like, "Oh, you shouldn't take risks in competition." Like that's been said to me a bunch of times, and they were like performance risks because I can sing the arias and songs just like park and bark. I
Yeah.
was like, I'll try and like do something, make it interesting because that's like my biggest critique. I'm either too performative or too not. Too in my head. And,
Same.
yo, yeah. I think it's a
It's hard,
common.
it's hard,
I think it's like a
yeah.
common one, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like tried to do the best I can. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. Some things that never worked, and the things that I remember distinctly in my oratorio, I can't remember what it was, but I just must have not. Something was just a little bit lifted, and one of the notes didn't come out as well as I expected it to, and I was like, oh. That's never happened before, like ever in my life.
Yeah.
And I've sang it like a bunch of times. And yeah, I don't know. Like Lindy said that usually these auditions are like 80%, and you just got to like trust that it's going to be good enough,
That is- yeah.
as much as you don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, I think this is one of the strongest like general cohorts for our current like age group
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
been in
Yeah.
the wild. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Well, I mean, because
Everyone's-
we're all here.
Yeah.
Not many people have gone.
Don't even get us started. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now they're kind of like going, hey, you want to get going? And I'm like, I feel like I missed like 2 years of performing.
It's because we did.
We did.
Yeah, because we did
So what are your guys' vibes on that kind of...
the COVID.
I kind of know your vibe. What are your vibes on it? Because we kind of
On
did the same.
staying here?
Staying here or going over... What's the...
Yeah, mine's been back and forth so many times in the past 6 months. But at the end of last year, I had this. I was so determined to go, and I was like, there was something that I was feeling, and I was just like, something's not right. I just have to go. Going is going to fix all my problems. And then it dawned on me, and I was like, actually, no. And I realized what my problem was and what I need to do. So I'm going to stay. It's gone. Hang on, wait. Oh, this is scary. Okay,
No,
wait.
okay,
Hang on, let me get my brain to work. So I wanted to stay for another year in New Zealand and do a full immersion te reo course. And so I had my mind set on doing it, and I was not going to go overseas. And then I realized, actually, you know what? I really want to go overseas. I really want to do this te reo course, and both are really important to me. If they're that important, I can crack them out, both of them. So like gonna do night courses and stuff. I like went to Whitcoulls and bought like all 8 books of the beginner multi-language learning books. And then just kind of my family have been doing bits and pieces. But yeah, so I'll be going overseas. And I feel like we had COVID and it was not very nice. And but I mean, it's just inevitable. Like there's no way around it, right? It's just gonna be here.
I mean, touch wood. I haven't got it yet. But yeah, I don't know. I look after myself. Like I'm pretty sure I can kick it.
Yes,
but like doesn't seem fun to catch.
No.
It's like it kind of seems I've got stuff to do. Like
Have you had it yet?
nah, that's what I mean.
Lucky.
Oh, I reckon I have had it,
Right.
But you just
and I just like because I did get quite sick when it first kind of came.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had any of like the newer strands, but I think I might have had it or like some mild version of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what gets me? When this is so stupid, but you know when like the first kind of like news thing has come up of like, oh, there's been a new outbreak. I'm just like, oh fuck, my throat feels good.
I feel a bit sick.
I tried to blame my audition on COVID. I was like, oh wait, I've already had it. Oh, what's something else? Surely, surely a new variant.
Gee, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, how long? What's the statute of limitations on using COVID as an excuse for singing? Because Ben said that last week. He was like, you got to like give yourself some credit on the fact you haven't performed in 2 years and now you're singing super. It was like, it is a reason.
Yeah.
But you don't want to. You don't want to. For me, I don't want to take comfort in that. Do you know what I mean? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Oh,
I would say, performance wise, yes. It like I couldn't like that was something I couldn't do. No matter how much I practiced or did stuff, I actually couldn't put it on stage. They stopped everything. But I would say I was pretty lazy over the lockdowns, and I could have done more work.
Yeah, but everyone could have done more. But there's only so much. When
the scariest thing is working on your voice and not having the other ears.
Absolutely
listening on it. And like, I mean, I've got the bros to like be like, hey, how did this sound? But we've all got different voices, and and also we're all young. We kind of can't teach each other-ish.
Yeah.
We can tell each other what sounds good or not, but that's not as good as having like, I guess, a professional that
be like, it sounds good, but it's not as optimal of a sound as you can make. I get that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my take on it. It's
hard. It's a hard one. I mean, like, you should also. I'd try my best to. Everyone could have done more over lockdown. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing. Like, you just don't have the motivation, because if the only thing that you're doing to get your mind off of being stuck at home is more work, and like for us now, singing is not an extracurricular activity. It is what we do with our lives. Yeah. So it's like, okay, now I've got to learn more music. And as much as I love doing this, it's like, can't be fucked. I just want to go to sleep and watch Netflix, like that kind of thing. So it's man, Siebes, the lockdown. This last one was the worst one. Were you guys in Auckland for that, or were you guys? It's the bad,
that was not good. That was not a nice lockdown.
I didn't even know what schedule meant anymore. I was just
I think the hardest thing about it was that no one knew when it was going to end, and so it was just like, are we going to get out of this? Like, what do we do?
Yeah, that was the worst when they started like doing those weekly like updates. Well, they did daily, and then they started doing those weekly ones, and it was just like, surely we're out. And then Auckland and Hamilton gonna stay in level 3, and I was like, oh. Wait for the next week, same thing, disappointment,
Just like keeps rolling on.
Yeah.
So what are you guys? I've been hearing different things in regards to like what you guys are doing here, because obviously you guys are studio artists, right?
Like so here, not here with you.
No, yeah.
Like here isn't like
I did invite you guys here, so thank you.
Okay. What are you doing? Pretty hungry.
So you guys are based in Hamilton. You guys are originally from Hamilton, but based here. So this is what I'm confused about, and it seems like you guys are confused too. Okay, cool.
We're just as confused.
You guys are primarily here because of the studio artist thing?
Well,
thanks, COVID.
We are from Hawke's Bay, from Flex.
Yeah.
Let's just get that straight.
Yeah. You got to
Flex me up. And then we both studied in Hamilton. Well, I studied in Wellington and Massey. Then I went to Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, you explain that, because you didn't do classical.
Right. I didn't. Should I say
There's
it?
nothing wrong. Yeah. Go. Just do it.
I didn't like classical music.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought it was dumb.
Yeah, I'm in my master's and I was like, yeah.
Do you think they heard that?
Yeah, surely.
Yeah. Okay.
And
she said classical music was dumb.
and I didn't like it at all. But then I was in this program in Hawke's Bay, Project Prima Volta.
Yeah.
And we did some of the operas together. and we were in the chorus and stuff, and then I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is kind of cool, and I started having lessons in my final year at Massey, back in Hawke's Bay, and then I just sort of fell in love with it, and took a year off, did some work, and then decided to go up to Hamilton and started my honours. And then I was like, and then someone said, oh, there's studio artist, Dame Malvina, major studio
Wait, so you did your
artist
honours
in Waikato.
So she had undergraduate in commercial music,
Yeah.
and then midway
Yeah, sorry.
through, she was just like, "Oh, yo, I like classical music now." Well, you didn't really admit it, eh? You just
No, I didn't
switched.
wanna
Yeah, she just
admit it.
switched, and then
fair
she was
enough.
like, "Yo, I'm gonna audition at Waikato, see if I get because I think you have to be eligible for honors."
Yeah.
So it was like, "Oh, let's see if I could get an honors or a diploma." And they were like, "Oh, you'll give you honors. You can set yourself up for next year." And she was like, "Yo." Then
Yeah.
you did that.
And then it was coming to the end of the year, and the studio artist auditions were coming up, and I was like, "Oh yeah," even like I knew people who were going for it, and I was like, "May as well." Like,
Can I add? This is another like one of those funny audition things. So we both auditioned for the studio artist program for 2021.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, I actually feel good. I feel good that I'm gonna smash it. Jumped in. I was like, oh, okay. I think I did enough. And I just got the nope. And she got in. I was happy as for it.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, damn, this chick who just like started singing classically like two years before she got accepted into the DMMF artist program. I was sitting there like, damn, that's blimmin' cool. And then I just like was like, oh, I better make sure I better make sure I'm in it next year. And then so I started working hard as well, and then got through. So that's cool. Yeah, and that leads us to where we are now.
yeah.
Yeah. So still now we're
So back to
still
your question.
confused. Yeah.
What are you doing here? Yeah, we're basically in Auckland for things in regards to the studio artist program. So we do lessons regularly every week.
Regularly.
Regularly. But so we're having a break over the Easter. We're just having a little break now, and then the next kind of thing is we head down to Wellington.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So
Oh, what's that for?
La Traviata.
Oh,
Traviata.
nice. Are you guys doing Macbeth?
Wellington Opera.
Yeah.
I'm doing it too. I just got asked to
Oh,
be in the chorus.
cool.
Yeah, I'll come down and have a jam.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rich is doing it too.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Is he in the
it's gonna be
chorus?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So it's gonna
That'll be a
fun.
good time.
Cool.
Cool. But
Did that answer your question? Are you asking like more like what are we doing here kind of thing?
yeah, the
No,
funny...
that is exactly what I asked.
Okay.
Okay, I was just double checking because there's like
No. Well,
because even after what we've answered, we're still
We
kind of
still don't-
confused as to why we.
Yeah.
no. I think that's like.
But that's
are you guys like living here permanently for the studio artist program? Or it's just, like,
that's
kind
what
of,
I
like,
thought
going
was
through?
because it's kind of like
Yeah, the tricky thing is that we're sort of following where
we're workers.
or where a teacher is,
Yeah,
just because one, we need money, we need the experience, and we need to learn. And,
So like,
yeah.
because I haven't obviously done the studio artist program, and we've talked about it before on the podcast. I think with Ben, and I think with Anna and Angus.
Oh, yeah,
Could
yeah,
you
yeah.
like explain to the people, maybe like first year, second year voice, or the people that aren't like musicians that are listening to this, what it is? Because I can only do so much from the outside, but you guys
Yeah.
are in it. You know what I mean?
Emmanuel.
I would say it's it's like a completely different step from uni. It's like, yeah, it's very different. You have to know that when you go into the room, you're not like, I don't know how to say it without.
You just kind of have to amp it up.
It's
more.
a step up for sure.
Yeah.
It's I think
The
like from the
expectation's
outside, it
different.
looks like you're no longer students, but you're young professionals.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
going for grades. That's
Yeah.
probably the best way of saying it. You're not going for grades. Your face, your name, everything is like exposed.
Yeah.
What you get out of the program, which is like so well like prepped for us, where we can just like get as many lessons from whoever, and like it's kind of up to us to make our own progress.
That's the cool thing about it. It's very, very tailored. So like what you need the most, you can ask for it. You can be like, okay, well, like my technique is real shot at the moment. I need help on that big time. Or like I need to have more experiences. Oh, that sounds like gimme. It's not really like that.
No, but it's like
it's like I'm for example, I struggle with I guess character side of things, and so I'd ask, hey, could I get a coaching on how to this or that? IPA, I'm learning how to read IPA. Could I get a couple lessons on how to get that going? So it's really tailored to what you need or want. It's just up to you to actually
do the work.
Put the work in and ask. I think that's an important thing. You can ask. The uni system's like awesome. It's good. You're trying to get grades, trying to get your degree. When you leave, the voice is just like, well, it's not just a voice. You're learning about all the other things as well, like backstage things, offstage things, contracts. And
that's so interesting that you guys say that, because when you say like, at uni you learn all this different stuff, at our uni it's not like that. I wouldn't say, for the most part.
Right.
No, you keep going.
Wait, learn what?
Like we have the opera scenes, and that's all cool and fine. We don't necessarily learn about like contracts too much. It's like specifically tailored to our business.
And how self-employed singers are, like how they have
taxes last year.
Couldn't tell you.
Neither. Like I mean,
neither.
Now I can.
Yeah.
But like none of us last year, we were all like, we don't know what.
Like I know how it
on.
works, but like here I know how it works, but overseas,
how does
different
that
ball
whole
game.
thing
work? I remember Penne was at uni once, and he was like, "Oh, I wish I like did like an accounting degree." I was like, "Really, bro? Really?" Because I could probably learn this on YouTube. Like once you know it, you don't really forget it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, an entire degree, bro? Really, bro?
The whole thing?
Yeah, nah, he's making. I'm sure the album's doing well. So
yeah. Wait, can I ask?
Yeah.
Wait, can I bring up something?
Sure.
So like, with things like comps and the artist program, you know how the expectation is different and everything's like, what am I trying to say? So you know how we get out there, we perform, we basically have to do. Are you laughing at me?
You know how when you when you
No, don't violate like that, man.
No, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I'm being rude. My bad. Sorry.
Now I'm gonna say it again.
Go.
I'm sorry.
I'll mute your microphone.
So we're out there and we're presenting ourselves.
Yes.
But we're not like a finished. No one's ever going to be a finished product, right? But we're not like at like kind of full form, like fully developed or anything.
Yeah.
And so what I have like kind of been like, oh my gosh, this scares me so much, is that I know there's so many things wrong that I'm like, oh, this is not right. They're going to be like, pull this up.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I know, but I'm going to figure it out soon. Like, I'm going to learn how to work that. And so it's weird because then people have it's imprinted in them. They're like, okay, well, she's pitchy or they're terrible actors or something like that. And that's stuck on you now because they saw you at that one thing. So like, how do we even
I don't know if that
manage that?
It happens. And you always hear like, some of the older generation, it's like, once you have one thing bad on your record, like that's it, that's your reputation.
It's
like,
done.
Is it though, bro? Like nowadays, because things move so quickly. And like, we've all had shockers. I've had so many shockers. And it's like, so as long as it's not, I think, the big time, I think if you like crack if you crack your high note at the North Shore comps, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Do it at La Scala, it's like something different.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But once you're there, you're probably at a stage where it's most likely not going to happen.
Yeah.
Of course, it does happen, but it's very few and far between. And you've kind of done the rounds and everything like that. But I think what you said is right. Like, especially this, the competition we just auditioned for. You kind of sing and you get to the end and all this stuff, and you overthink what the adjudicators say. And
I was like overthinking it like
Yo,
way too bad.
bro.
Like
It's crazy. It's
in my
usually the other way
peripheral,
around.
I would like see one of the judges just flip a page because they're going to the next page, and I'm like, why did they do that? Obviously I had to cut that out because that's not how to be. I would walk out and be like, hey, I remember this happened and this happened. Oh man, my notes sounded so bad, so trash. It's actually buzzy because they might, I think it goes both ways because they might not even click that was a problem either.
I think it
true.
depends. Like, if the note's not optimal, maybe because I have this all the time. Like, I feel like it's not right, and then I listen to a recording and it's fine. But then cracks a crack.
No, but I think they would look. But even then, they'd look at like overall, like how you handle yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like it's such a hard one because you would think that they would take into account. Like, it's so hard to say because you can put yourself into the adjudicator's perspective as much as you can, and I guess some adjudicators want like as close to a finished product as they can get, even at the audition stage. And I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but I was thinking like, okay, I really hope they are thinking about 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Or like, when is the final? Like July or something?
July,
so.
a couple of
Yeah.
months. The trip.
Yeah, okay. I wonder if they're thinking a couple of months from now. Like, yeah, maybe it wasn't as finessed at 11:40 in the morning with probably two of the hardest pieces in my bracket. But the finals aren't at the finals aren't at 11:40 in the morning.
Yeah.
They're in the evening,
Yeah.
and they're with an orchestra. And you've already had coachings and like a couple master classes, I think, is the usual thing. And you're starting at the semi-finals, like all of this stuff. But that's one perspective of it, which is the perspective I'm hoping for. And then there's the other perspective. It's like, actually, no, this is the Lexus Song Quest, and there's the level. And I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's
I'm not saying
there's the other thing where it's like you never know.
Yeah, that's
It's just gonna happen, and there's only one or two's opinion. And
yeah, exactly.
Like, for example, I've got a high C, and if I had a room of teachers, there'll be so many different opinions, and they'll be like, one would say that's spot on, one would say not good enough, and it would just range from like the spectrum will be like really good, really bad. So right now I'm not caring. I don't know. I guess we all are like that. Hoping that things will go well, but we're just gonna have to like.
I think what I found with you guys, I think particularly from like the Hamilton crew, not necessarily the Auckland crew, because we kind of stick to our one teacher, one coach, and that's kind of like our main source of information. And what I'm kind of learning now, and that's kind of based off of hanging out with you guys more and more. So you guys tend to triangulate information a lot better for yourselves.
Triangulate.
And like,
what does that mean?
So what do you
it's
mean?
like you take all of these different opinions from various teachers and stuff, and you guys are more you guys are confident in being like, okay, this works for me, this works for me, this doesn't work for me, etc. Of course, like a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
But like that was something that I was like, it was quite foreign for me to learn, because I was like, oh, if somebody tells me something, I'll just tell TLT, it's fine.
Right.
And
then
there's no right way either.
Yeah,
that's why
exactly.
I guess that's why it's interesting, because I've not really had that one teacher, because I've always had other coaches just being like, hey, this might help, blah blah. It's different.
It's like hard. It's like a good and bad thing. It's like, it's not really. It's quite nice just having one person. It's like takes a lot off your mind. But then it does, like opera school, for example, becomes quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my first opera school. Do you remember? I was like, yo,
Yeah.
not for me. I was like, this is shit.
Do you know what's funny? You know how you because you said this a similar thing in the one with Ben.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I felt exactly the same in my first year. Like, I was just like looking at everyone else and being like, why am I here? Like, how am I here amongst all these people? And just like, they're so amazing. Like, looking at everyone around, I was just like, there's no way that I deserve to be here. And that took me, like, actually, it was over. It was over before I realized, actually, you just kind of wasted it. Like, not fully, but like I realized at the end, like, why did I feel like that the whole time when actually, if I was there, I should have just taken that opportunity to its fullest.
Again, something that's just so easier said than done.
Yeah.
And, like, quite frankly, like, imposter syndrome is, like, a really massive thing.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I did opera school 4 times. First 2 times, I just mucked around. Honestly, mucked around. I think I was intimidated. I was just like, man, all these people are like so like sorted. I think of my first one, I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna try and act chill so that I'm not scared. But then I'd have like conversations with one of my colleagues from Waikato, June, and I'll just be like, yo, I'm scared as all of these people. It was like Samson, Nasir, people, Deb Rogers, Pascal, Will, all of them amazing singers, and I was sitting there. And then on day 4, I like wrecked my knee from interpretive dancing, and that made it worse. And then my second year, I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and chill out again because these singers are amazing. And then I think in my 3rd and 4th, I was like, nah, it's kind of getting boring. I actually got to put some work in and focus. And because I want it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a maturing thing as well. I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not a wasted opportunity. You've learned something huge. And like, it was like the Circle 100 thing, you know, when we were doing that and it came out and I was like, yo, I fucked it, bro. I fucking flopped it. And then, I don't know, like the whole conversation of, for the last kind of month has been, for me at least, like, you actually deserve what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like and like everything that's, no, not everything. There are some like actual technical things I need to sort out, but a lot of the stuff is like you're kind of sabotaging yourself.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm glad you talked, like actually told me. Because like usually people be like, oh, nah, then they kind of keep it in and just like curl into a ball and just like keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then this guy was like, yeah, so 100 was just like, I was like, what's up? And you're like, oh, no, I don't know. I just didn't feel as good. I was like, oh, okay, there we go. You're here for a reason. You're fine.
I mean, Carmel sent me a really lovely email afterwards. She's like, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. Like, you know, you still have the potential. Like huge potential, and you know, just some stuff just not working quite yet. I was like, yeah, cool. Like, I think my biggest fear inside my mind is not particularly for like this thing, like just in general, if somebody says they have the potential and then they bring me to do something and I sing and it's like, who brought this guy, bro? You know what I mean? And then they're like, you're never gonna do this again. It's like, oh yeah, I'm trying my best, guys. But I used to piss around so much first, second year. There's a lot of reasons for that. It's just like not focused as maybe I should be, and now I'm like maybe uber focused. I don't know. It's such a hard one, because even if you don't sing as optimally, like, do you go home and try and be happy, or like, do you go home and be like, why am I happy? I sang like crap. It's such a difficult one for me. Some people can just be like, oh, it's done, it's over. I wish I had that mentality. But I think everyone's different. We all care. That's the
otherwise you wouldn't rock back up to the practice room.
Exactly.
You won't sing again. And I think it takes a lot to stay in the game. Bro, so many people are just like, oh man, didn't enjoy this. I'm done. I know a couple of mates that did that. It's just like, damn, you have to be so on here.
Also, just like resilience is such a massive thing. I was going to ask something and I've just completely forgotten it. Oh, it was a banger question too.
Rich sucks. No? Oh.
Rich sucks? Question mark. Rich sucks.
Wait, was it?
Full
Oh
stop.
yeah, there we go. Nice.
I asked him to come. He had some stuff to do with his family.
No, he's fine. He shouldn't come. We can't fit in here.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
kidding.
Oh wait, it's right on the tip of my tongue. What was I gonna say? Oh, can I? Oh, yeah, I've got it now. So, during my Circle 100 interview, they asked me a question, and my response. Oh yeah, they asked me something about going overseas and do you feel ready, all that stuff. I was like, oh, but I'm not too sure just yet because I've only just found like a home in terms of like repertoire.
Yeah.
And it's only like since opera school. So what's that? Like 4 months?
Yeah.
Less than if you want to do the weeks. So like that's not a lot of time to be singing like completely new rep that I didn't even know I was going to sing. So I think my question is like, do you find like what are your guys' like narratives within that space? Like, were you always singing the kind of like repertoire that you were going into? Of course, like you have the platforming pieces. Like everyone sings the 24-hour songs when they start and all that stuff. But did you always know that this voice was going to be your voice? Because I never knew that I was going to be in like singing Amizumi, for example.
Right. I don't know. I think it was really tricky. At first, I was just kind of singing. I mean, I was singing whatever I thought was fun. And then before I joined Waikato, I went and had a lesson with Dame Malvina Major, and she gave me Karo Nome. And then, but like if I sing that now, it's just like, is there? But like it wasn't there completely. And so, what is it now? Been, when did I start? 3 years now, and I still haven't quite found the niche yet. But like I've obviously narrowed it down. What am I even trying to say?
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've always had a sense of what you've kind of wanted
Wait,
to
can I
sing.
tell you? I feel like there's been lots of things I've tried. I've tried so many different No, that's not the right word. Different reps, different
types of repertoire.
thing.
Yeah.
But like the ones that feel good, I know are right.
Yeah.
Because I learned them like that, and when I sing them, it just feels so like embedded in my body that it's just like, I want to sing more of that,
Yeah.
So I don't know if I actually know, like I can't verbalize what it is, but I can feel it when I know it's a good piece for me.
What about you?
I'd say
You've been singing, what is it? Lado Mobile for ages. That's your shit.
yeah. So I've been weird because
Yeah.
I've been weird. I've been a weird one
End of podcast.
because I mean, I had a lot of help through my teacher in high school. His name's Jose Aparicio. He's amazing tenor. And he helped me through a lot of just getting the voice going. I was always really nervous to sing, and especially solo. Anyways, from there I went to uni, and yeah, kind of like Katherine, I put I wouldn't say a lot of effort. I was just more drawn to like the Verdi, Donizetti stuff. It was kind of weird because I'm still weirded out by it, but apparently I could sing Rossini or I could sing like Puccini, and that's like kind of like
Two really opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yep. It's kind of yeah. But have always I wouldn't say felt comfortable. I would say I loved the Verdi stuff. Yeah, La Donna Mobile. I'm looking into a lot of Gounod now, French arias, and I'm like, holy heck, this is like my jam. But then there was something funny that happened because I always dodged Mozart. Oh man, I was like, bro, this guy's mean.
Mozart is
He's so sad.
horrendous for tenors, man.
Yeah. So I was able to cover Tamino for Festival Opera's Magic Flute. And then I think I kind of got a grasp of it, of like how to sing Mozart, which
Sounded
is
pretty mean, yeah.
I sound, it's me. It's me. Nah. But I don't know. So I'm still confused. I think it's weird when you start, because you don't want to box yourself, especially through uni when you're being told like, yo, this is your stuff kind of thing. And then I'm like, oh, actually it is my stuff. I've tried like reaching out to like stuff like Rossini, and I'm just like, oh man, it sucks to sing, but it's doable, I guess, for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know which way I'm going. I'm just going to go with it. So yeah, that's what makes it even scarier going overseas and stuff. It's like, I don't even know what fach I'm in. And I hope I can get a feel of what I am when I get there, which is like,
I think that's what
scary.
I'm like excited about.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary because you don't want to go over and then we're like, you don't even know what type of rap you're singing.
How dare
Because
you
there'll
come
be
here?
like plenty of people overseas that, it's like the fucking know-it-alls and all that stuff. I'm sure there'll be a bunch of them. And I'm sure it'll be like, oh, you don't know? Like,
You don't know?
Yeah.
You don't know your funk? I'm like a light lyric. Heavy.
you don't know your father? Oh, no. Sorry.
Hey.
Hey, no. I was kidding. Ridge sucks. Yeah. Anyways.
But I want to, fuck's sake. I'm excited to go over, and I think that's going to be the thing that determines whether or not I'm like kind of like the high Rossini-ish tenor, because I can sing the high notes. It's just the runs don't come as naturally for me. Like it's there, but it's like it's
neither.
kind of like a.
That was a fat joke. Sorry, for me. On me. Never mind.
That's one.
Okay.
How many does it get?
You got 2 more.
I get 3 jokes per Sidscussion.
Yeah.
So
I was like literally in the terms and conditions that I sent him. I was like, do you want to do one? He was like, yeah. I was like, cool, you get 3.
okay, nice.
What was I even saying, man?
I'm sorry. You were talking about you heading overseas and how.
Oh yeah, I was like, because I messaged Ollie Saul, shout out, good dude, and he was like, oh, what type of rap are you singing? I was like, oh, I've been told I'm singing really like high stuff, and that feels really comfortable for me, and everyone likes it. And he was like, yeah, cool. Like, I was like that until I went over, and then now that it's more on the body, I'm not that tenor. I can do the rep, but I don't feel as at home. I'm like, I feel at home with this stuff now. It's like kind of cool, but I'd like to see how this develops. I think,
Yeah.
because it does feel a little like not. It might just be because it's like I haven't had it for that long. Doesn't feel as kind of
Rossini
like
rap.
Nah, the Donizetti Amazing. Yeah. So I'm singing like bel canto stuff. It's like feels fine.
Yeah.
I hate Mozart, but like people were saying that. But
I think it's
what I meant
funny
to
how
say.
you're like being real critical of Amazing Me.
I mean, it's
Like if you're able,
amazing.
come on, it's like amazing me. Like, no, sorry, bad. That's I got one more
That's
left.
2.
What I'm saying
He
is
didn't even get it.
amazing.
Shut up,
Never
bro.
mind.
I'll give you a mulligan on that because I missed it.
Okay, yes, 2. That is hard. You can't like if you can get through the seas, I'll be more than happy. And you're here like going, man, if only I could, like hold this. I'm just like, bro, I can go up to the 6th one and then I'm done.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's good.
No, but
That's
see,
really good.
I get where you're coming from because I do the same thing. Like okay, I don't want to sit here and talk about the things that are good and whatever I've just done or what I'm
Like,
doing.
the good things are fine. If the good things are good, there's
why would I talk about
yeah.
it? It's done. But like, and because I do it to him all the time, and I'm like, okay, this was wrong, and then this was wrong, and I'm just venting to him all these things, and he goes, "Do you know blah 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 blah?" Like, trying to make me feel good about myself, and I was like, "Excuse me,
Get sick of it.
I know." But I don't know. It's like this weird sort of balance thing. What are you doing?
No, I get it. it must be nice. I understand where you're coming from, and people get really drives people crazy when I'm just this. Because in my mind, all the good things, they're already good. It's fine.
There's no point talking about them.
Yeah.
I mean, that
like,
sounds silly,
but
I'm sure I'm good now, but I can be better.
No, it's not that I hate it. Here's the thing, and I'm going to be serious about it because I don't want it to come off that I'm just like being easy with it. It depends how deep you go.
Yeah, true.
If you get to the point where you're just like, yo, I'm so close to quitting, that's when you actually do need to look at all the good things that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like looking at this one, but at the same time, she's being critical because she like loves singing, she loves all of this, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, oh yeah, there you go. You're going too far.
I definitely struggle to balance it, big time.
And now you need to remember all the good things as to why you continue to sing. And then I just ask her, yo, like, are you done? You're gonna give up now, eh? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, you got your answer. So like, stop saying that, or stop doing this, or whatever. It depends. It depends how far you take it.
Yeah.
I take it really far, and then I like instantly have to tell her like, wait, I'm feeling like this. It's not good. And I feel like I'm like I stuffed this up so badly, and then I get into like the spiral of just.
It definitely snowballs, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's
So I'm just adding that, but yeah.
No, my mum, but like if I talk to my mum after a performance, she hates it. Like it actually makes her a bit sad because I'm just like, oh, I'm so annoyed. Blah blah blah. This happened and this sort of happened, and
But she enjoyed it,
and like
so it's kinda
I feel like there's like I kind of like that I do it, but it's also a toxic thing, like because it can be bad. But I also have this mentality like if I do not pull out these things, if I'm not aware of these things, then how am I supposed to fix them?
Yeah.
Like
It's
if
a
I want
hard
to, if I
balance.
want to do my best. Oh my gosh, it's weird.
No, it's I totally
toxic,
get
but
what you
it's
mean,
also
like-
like determinated.
I
sort of.
can yeah, you don't want to like micromanage.
word?
Determinated.
Is that not a word?
Determined.
What
Isn't
was
it?
Google.
She said,
Hey Siri,
but I'm like
how do you spell
determinated.
determinated?
Ah, you're determinator. That was a good impression.
Determinate. Is there a word determinated?
No, determined.
Determined, yeah.
Oh
Well,
my gosh.
guess what?
And I'm from
If Ben was
Samoa.
here, he
Nurse.
would have destroyed
If who was here?
Ben.
Don't you mean
No,
determined?
it is determinated now. That's how determined I am.
Yeah, Arnold. Determinator.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Sid?
I've completely forgotten now. That's
Sorry,
determinated's crazy, bro.
No, determination. Determination.
Sorry, everyone.
Determination.
Yeah.
Determinated is now a word.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Amen.
Anyway, I was yeah, I think we are all determinated in our own way, and some people are less determinated than others.
Wow. What is
No,
that?
whoa, I looked directly at you. I didn't even mean to
Because
do it.
he goes,
I
I'm sure.
do
No,
that.
no, Sid.
I do that all the
He
time.
actually looked at me and said, some people determinated, some people ate,
I was at-
and looked at me like he ate a lot, and I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
God,
whoa.
I do that. I don't know what it is. Whenever I say something, I just look at Emmanuel. Hold up, opera school, bro.
Hold up.
Oh
let me
my
bring this up. So, at opera school, we're always given like these amazing treats.
Delicious.
We're always given these treats, and it's in the common room, right?
That was so
It was in the
bad.
common room. We had these like mean ass cookies, eh? Was it a cookie or a
I think it
cake?
was like a brownie or something.
It was
yeah.
a brownie. Okay, we'll say it was a brownie. And I was like sitting there with like a group of like, there were like 7 other people in the room. And Sid finishes the session, walks in the common room, grabs a brownie and goes, huh? Looks around, looks directly at me and goes, wait, what did you ask?
I think this was like a different time.
No. It was Sid goes,
No.
Sorry. Oh, Tina, coming up. You hold a brownie and then you look around the room and look directly at me and go, have you tried one of these? And I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
That's right.
well, have you tried one of these?
I
I'm
was
like,
like-
do they taste good? And I was like,
yo, these any good? He's like, why are you asking me? I was like, oh, fuck, here
I
we
was
go.
like, and then I was like, bro, there's like literally other people here. You look directly at the fattest dude and you go,
Oh,
does that taste good?
No, they were like, just by the way, there was like one other person in there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was,
And I think it was Alf, and
Oh,
Alf was
yeah,
on like the health grind. So you know what?
but it was funny. And I was so like offended. And then I was like, oh, yeah, they taste pretty good.
Yo, it was
pretty odd.
crazy. I don't know what it is.
They were pretty nice.
Well, I was still looking at me like.
Should we just talk about how good the food is at Upper School?
The food's crazy.
Yo. I mean,
So
I mean,
good.
I don't know. I didn't have
Who
much.
makes the like? Is it the same like kitchen team that makes the cakes and stuff as well? Because they banged it this last year.
I don't know, but sometimes people drop off baking. Like that's in the
Oh, there's this
common
one
room.
lady that
Yeah.
always brings a fruitcake. Nobody eats
Yeah.
fruitcake. I felt kind of bad. Rip.
I've never heard of this, bro. What are you on about, Sid? We love that.
That delicious
The
fruitcake. Do you
fruitcake's
mean?
on, but it's huge.
It is
And plus,
huge.
like,
There's heaps of it.
plus, you know, so the cake ends up going back into the kitchen, and then when you walk into the common room, it's like you always see like fresh scones or like baking. So people just fill up on that. It's good.
Yeah, it's,
I had the
yeah,
fruitcake.
yeah, I love it. So it tastes fruity.
No, that's two.
I've got one more.
Imagine that you waste one of three, and what could potentially be like a 2-hour podcast on it's fruity. Yo, that's
Two.
crazy.
Wait, what happens if he goes over?
But did you? I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Was
Do you know? But I violated your upper school. Still, I was he said something stupid, and you.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I was like,
I was like, who is this
But,
guy?
he makes jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, Emmanuel, bro. I don't know if you were there for that. I was like, you know I love you, right? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you're my friend. I haven't known you for long, but like I love you and I want you to be yourself.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, thanks, bro. It's like, look, bro, like for me personally,
Oh yeah.
like I feel like I'm like a naturally funny person. Like the jokes just kind of come and I have to like get them out and that's me,
Yeah.
bro. Like the jokes just kind of come and people laugh at them and then it's cool. You're not that guy, and I just want you to know. I just want you to know that I don't look down on you for that. You're good at all the singing, bro.
Yeah,
That's
You're the
you, bro.
man.
Like, 10 out of 10.
I was like, oh.
Yo, like the jokes, bro. Like love the effort. 10 out of
your
10. Bro.
energy.
I need you to know that I love you for you.
You know how serious
try
I
and-
was? His hand was actually on my forearm. Like, bro, honestly.
Scott was cracking up.
We should
Yeah,
talk
took it
about
to-
Scott.
Bro,
Oh.
Scott is.
I've got a joke.
Are you going to use your third one on Scott?
Oh, no. Never
This is
mind.
your final.
No. Wait, so.
Scott is. Oh,
Wait, so I've only got
fill
one?
that in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
you
you
got one
wasted
more. You
your
wasted
last
on
one on
fruity.
it's fruity.
So that's all I've got.
Oh, what a waste.
Come on. Surely.
Oh no, man, Scott's great. What a good dude.
Yeah.
I bet you he's.
honestly the best.
You know what's funny? He's probably running right now. And, like, he's going to be listening to this. And, like. Yeah, I don't know. Like, hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
You're probably jogging 11 Ks.
Hold up, I'm just gonna turn that camera.
Oh, who knocked it?
Again. Oh, probably this guy. Hold on, keep going.
Who?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sidscussions. Today on Sidscussions is Emmanuel Fonoti-Fuimaono and Katherine Rosa. Please stay tuned while we fix some technology
This is the best thing
things.
about it. It's so low production.
It's chill, man.
And,
That's good. Welcome to the intercity bus terminal. Yeah, no hot drinks on the coach. Yeah, we're gonna head down to Taupo, and then we'll make a transfer. And Sid's back. Yeah.
It's so loud.
Oh, is it loud? Is it loud? Sorry.
So, what did you guys reckon about this This last one.
This water. What?
This last opera school. Was this? How many times have you been, including this one?
Was it my third? My third. This was my third.
Is this
What do you
my
reckon?
water?
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Water for you guys.
Anyways.
Interrupted me.
Oh, by the way, just pure NZ spring water if you want to sponsor your boy.
Yo.
Pure NZ spring water.
NZ.
No, cool.
Thank you. That's a promo. If
Yeah.
you want to take a snippet of that. NZ Opera School. New Zealand Opera School. 3rd year. Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought this was year blah 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 blah. My second year was my favorite.
Determinator.
The Terminator. My second year was my favorite. Although I feel like there was a shift in me this year just been. I was so more like I wanna take as much out of this as I can.
You know what the coolest thing? NZ have amazing teachers.
Heck,
Holy heck.
yeah. Heck, yeah.
The last 2 years, we had Pene, Amina, we had Emma, who is Australian, but she's Kiwi. Yeah, she's Kiwi. Yeah. We had Simon O'Neill.
Ollie. Oh no, that was this year.
Ollie Saw,
was this year, yeah.
Maddie Pierrett, bro.
Madeline,
Like,
what
Oh
the
my
heck?
Kristen
God.
Dara.
What the heck? Oi,
Bro.
we had the coolest teachers in the
Yeah, we
past.
had. I was really lucky.
And they
These last
get
couple
us.
of years.
Was
They
so
get
cool.
us, man.
But do you know it's cool because there's such a variety,
Mm.
like so many different people, and they've kind of like it seems like a pretty like it's just opera, but there's so many different things
like,
within it.
Luca.
Oh man,
Luca.
Oh yeah,
David,
Luca and David.
yeah, love them. Oh, we have the best coaches
Michael
in New Zealand
Vinton.
too.
Jackie, Kararaina.
Good.
Like for a small country, like we are pretty loaded with great singers, great teachers, great coaches. It's pretty cool. Now we just need more people to support the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do you?
Audience
That's an
access.
interesting question. How do you guys want to fix? How do you think the problem should be fixed? Because I've got my own ideas. A lot of that came from like the whole RNZ shit that happened.
Yeah.
That's why I started this thing. But like, how would you? Like, you see that the industry is declining. Massive asterisk on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
huge. I think there's probably more young people, particularly like our generation, going into this than there has been, particularly at like the level that it is
Yeah.
in a really long time. Like, I'm sure a lot of people in the past have gone and have tried to be singers, like in NZ specifically, but none. There are only like 1 to 4 names maybe that people knew were like, yes, they're
That
going to
went.
have the thing.
Right.
But if you look at
What I think the cool thing is that other than like audiences and stuff, there's so much support in New Zealand, like for young singers, like people who want to sponsor you or who want to just support you in any way, whether even if it's just a bed. Like so many people have offered to like just have us stay, sleep on their couch for a night. Like we're looking for somewhere to stay, and like for young artists, that is so fundamental. Like to just have people to be like, hey, do you have anywhere to have dinner tonight? Or like, do you have somewhere to stay when you come for your audition or something? Like those people are so important. But yeah, but it's just, and now it's like just kind of reaching out to more audiences and sharing this
Is
music.
that the question? Like how?
it was like
able to
how
keep it sustainable? Like opera music
it'll
or-
always. I think it will always be sustainable as long as there are people that are willing to go and do it. Because the only reason this thing exists is because of us, right? But of course, there is like a financial aspect you have to cover, and that comes from bringing audiences in. And I guess when people say that the art is declining, it's because the money isn't coming in.
Yeah.
And so how do you bring that? I think is my question. How have you guys thought about it, if at all? And do you have any specifics on like how you think that the best way to do it is? I think there are many different ways. I don't want to talk too much.
No.
But-
You go.
I don't have ideas. Do you have ideas?
Well,
think
not
you do
like
have ideas, by the way.
solutions.
Because you are already implementing them.
No, because what I'm wondering is, oh no,
You have Alofa,
yeah,
which is exactly... Why does that keep going off? Oh, it's probably just overpowering. Hold up. 1 second.
What were we talking about? Oh, the industry.
I was wondering if we could.
The audiences.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so what you said, Alofa.
Yeah.
What about them? What about us?
What about us?
Well, like, you've obviously taken inspiration from the very commercially successful Sole Mio.
Yeah.
And that's great. And you're making that your own. But it's quite clear that what they're doing is, like, the next step. Because imagine how many people bought tickets to Alexa when Penny and Amina were doing it because they was, oh, yeah, Penny from Sole Mio. He's doing
Yeah,
it.
true.
So how many people's first opera was that?
Yeah.
Just because that they've created like a kind of space to merge the two things.
Yeah, true.
And of course you don't go out. I think the people that go out searching for that never really get there.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing they're focused on. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's
And you're talking about this tying into how we could reach wider audiences, right?
yeah.
I don't know, because the vision that me and the boys have, so Alofa's, so I'll quickly add, is a quartet, operatic quartet that I'm in with 3 of my other brothers who are currently studying at Waikato. I think the vision that us boys have is that we're going for individual careers. We so happen to be brothers, and we're all studying, and we don't want to switch between the more popular songs and classical. So our vision is strictly opera, strictly opera or musical theatre, you know, just for lighter things, but recitals is our thing. I guess that's the kind of vision we want, because I mean, I think for all 4 of us, as we've grown up, we've mainly sung like church hymns, like e whakasa, church hymns. Barely listened to like anything solid like until high school, where we listened to barbershop music, but that was always like harmony and stuff.
And by solid you mean like opera, like classical music, right?
Solidly,
Yeah.
we've been listening to classical music and fell in love with classical music, like real hard. I think it's like it's not a coincidence that all 4 of us are like wanting to do it. Should we just say yeah?
That's fine. So we just hopped off for a bit and just had like a pretty interesting conversation about what's commercially viable outside of the business, and we won't talk about specifics. Like outside of specifically classical music and the kind of in between thing. But I think everyone has their different views on it, and it's at the end of the day we all care about it.
Yeah.
And the way we bring it to the people. I feel like as long as you are generous with it, and some people are like, I don't know. I just think being able to think smart in like a marketing sense in terms of how you market yourself is really important. And that comes not necessarily like, you know, rep choice or whatever.
Yeah.
That comes in so many different forms, like being dressed well. Like, bro, you know what my biggest pet peeve is, Loki?
What?
I had a massive rant about it, bro. And this shit bothers me so much. When people like wear suits to stuff.
Oh wait, sorry. Carry on.
When people like come to like concerts and stuff and they're performing, guys especially, their pants aren't hemmed, bro.
I can't relate. I just don't even notice.
Like, you know, you get your pants done up.
Yeah.
When
Done
people-
up like you put them on.
No, like the cuff of your leg,
Yeah.
you get it like tailored, right?
Yeah.
Yo, when people don't do that and they just have it, yo, the shit,
Bro.
I don't take that much notice.
bro, you see that crinkle at the end of the, just like, yo, where's the?
Is that a pet peeve of yours?
Yeah, because I take
Yeah, you do.
I
You
really
do.
want to look after how I am presented,
Mm.
because I feel like that's the least I can do.
Check your pants. Are they?
Nah, you're good usually. You're good a lot. No, you're good a lot of the time. All of you guys are.
Yeah.
But like, yo, I think that's half the job, I reckon. Oh, like actually half the job is showing up on time, and then the other bits are, oh no, look, he's coming.
Doggo. What's your dog's name?
Buddy.
Hi,
Hey, buddy.
Oh my gosh, like Buddy,
Oh,
like
is he
the.
not?
Oh no, buddy.
Should we close the door?
No, that's all right. That's right. This is a hectic as episode. What was I saying?
Him.
Your pants not being hemmed. I feel like that's the least you can do, right? Show up on time and at least look nice.
Yeah.
Or like put in the effort to, wear nice clothes. I don't know, man. Some people might say I'm wrong or whatever, but I don't know. Hem your pants, fam. It's so easy.
Okay, that's a cool topic. Pet peeves of like performers, I guess.
Oh yeah.
What I find as a
Yeah,
okay.
keep going.
What I find as a pet peeve is probably people making mistakes and then like making it clear, yeah, I made a mistake.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. But I've had to learn, like, I was one of those ones, and now I'm like, hey, I hate those kinds. Not I hate those kinds. No. No, I mean, like, I don't like it. I don't like it, and I like hit myself up about it too. Because I'm like, bro, why did you do that? It's not the end of the world. You kind of just told everyone, yo, I stuffed up, and learned the hard way that like when I'm like, oh, sorry, I stuffed up, and like people are just like, oh, when? And I'm like, oh, I can actually get away. Yeah, I can get away with this kind of thing. And their like experience of you singing is just like, they didn't see anything like of a mistake. Like they didn't see any mistakes. So yeah, I don't know. That's just something that I kind of like go, oh no, don't show us that you've made a mistake because I'm.
I don't know if that's a pet peeve or if it's just like you understand something
I just
that
don't
is
like
different.
I don't like it when they do that.
Imagine how I feel about unhemmed pants. Because that's like...
Yeah, it's all for them, though. Yeah, I guess it's not a pet peeve. I don't
Yeah.
know. Because I'm just like, oh, I want you to keep going.
Alright,
I don't know.
I'm going to put this dog. Sorry. Oh, an annoying dog. Sorry, guys.
To be continued.
We've arrived in Hamilton.
Oh, no, he's fine. Ooh, jokes.
Do you know what?
This is the most I've ever gotten up from a podcast. It's all good. We're experimenting with the different cameras and... to be fair, it's like the first one I've done in a while, to be honest. Like, what was Ben's one? Like 2 weeks ago. I've been slack. I've been really slack.
It's not good enough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Angus gives me such a hard time for us. Oh, yo, guys, I'll take a little bit of a break. And he was like, bitch, for taking a break. I was like, no, it's got shit on, bro. I try my best here. I do. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Have you guys listened to it? You've listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
No, he's actually listened more than I have.
Yeah.
if I'm being
Really?
honest.
Yeah, bro. I'm not
Yo.
kidding when I say I've listened to it. I would say I've mainly listened to the music
Yeah, of course. That's fair enough.
artists.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Then I'm just trying to ease my way in, just like, oh, okay, the music stuff is kind of cool, and I'm getting cool perspectives, honestly. Then I'm like, oh, I guess I'll like look into the other. I enjoyed the one with Machu.
Oh, that was so
yeah.
cool.
That was a
he's
cool
cool.
one.
Have you ever met him before?
No. Oh,
He's-
I think
I've
I met
seen
him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's
Was
so
he at
cool.
NZ Aria in 2018?
No,
Oh,
No.
okay.
that was Alex.
Wow.
No, I know Alex Martin.
Oh, yeah. No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. Oh, okay. But he did sing classically before.
Yeah. He was at uni and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was a cool session. Because like he's actually going a different kind of
Angle on it.
Yeah.
He's like a legit actor.
It's pretty cool.
And he teaches at uni now.
Yeah.
Like the stagecraft, some of the stagecraft stuff. He's
Yeah.
like, it's crazy.
Yeah. And it's mean that you get like a really cool perspective because like I'm guessing that us singers are pretty annoying when we're being
Yeah.
directed, and he was just like explaining some things. I was like, I did that before. Maybe I won't do it next time I'm with a director.
Like when he does it, he just understands a different perspective from the acting, but then also the singing.
Yeah.
And then oh God, what was I going to say? He's also young.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what
crazy,
makes
like-
it. That's what
Yeah.
makes it cooler. That we're like there's someone like him is like doing stuff. Wait, what year is he? How old is he?
20, I want to say like 25, 24, 25.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shucks.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know if I meet him or see him, I'll probably ask him heaps of questions. Like, bro, like what are you doing? Not well. I mean, like, what do you like? What made you change? Or like, what made you switch? I mean, he answered that in the podcast, but I still have a lot of questions. It's just like, yo, like, you even like made the process of like going, I'm putting this here and I want to direct, because that like making decisions is really hard, especially we've noticed around when you're like 20 plus.
Yeah.
Things
So
are
you
just,
don't
like,
even
way
like know.
scary.
People at our age, younger than us,
Bro.
are getting married, bro.
Yo,
I know. My
Yo.
sister had her first baby at 21. No, hang on. Yeah, late 21.
I can barely get out of bed, let alone raise a child.
It's like, what?
like I can't even raise myself.
Thanks.
It was a
Calm, cool. Anyway, Jesus Christ. I don't think I've ever had like a conversation flow and then like on the podcast, like this is going to be 13th episode, and then like legit like a boulder, bro.
Ow.
Like a boulder stopped the conversation. That was I'm actually really. I knew you were gonna say
no,
it.
come on.
Nah.
Of all types of rocks, you choose a boulder because
Well,
it's
the way
what?
that conversation stopped, fam, wasn't like like a pebble, bro. That was crazy. That was impressive. Though.
Wow.
That was cool. What
That's
you
a
did.
talent.
Yeah, that was insane, bro. Congrats.
What?
Never mind.
What did I do?
No, don't worry. Bro. I don't want to bully you too much. But still.
You don't want to boulder me, eh?
Let's move on. Sorry, you've gone past your 3.
Sorry.
Nah, whatever, bro.
No,
Sorry.
but honestly,
Sorry.
your podcast. Shh. Sorry. Nah, like it's been cool just to hear people talk about it. Like, because you know how you silently have your own problems?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you don't,
Yes.
it's not like you don't purposefully talk to people about it. It's just like you just
Yeah.
don't. Like,
Yeah.
and then so to hear other people talk about, like, oh my gosh, I struggle with that too. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool just to hear other singers go through it.
Do you know what the
You know
coolest?
what I mean? Yeah.
Do you know what the coolest part was?
Ben?
Ben, when
Ben
he
Kubiak.
said, I
Oh, this is
sit
when he
here,
messaged, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
when he goes, and you know, I like sit here and wonder, do I love
Do I
love what
deserve
I'm
this?
doing? Yeah.
Pardon?
I'm like, Ben, of course. Like, I'm like
Ben
answering for him because I'm
Kubiak?
like, this is like,
Like,
it's
what the
out of
heck?
it. Like, I've learned so much more about you from just listening to the podcast.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, this podcast is going to change the course. It's like, nah, it's not really about that. At the end of the day, like, I've got really cool friends, and I just want to, I think people would benefit from listening to their stories. But especially people like Matthew and Ben and, everyone that I've had on, honestly. And that's like, we were having that conversation. And I was like, this is, with what we do, I think with a lot of stuff as well, we only are subject to, in terms of interviews, like 30-second snippets.
Yeah.
So you ask like, oh, what do you think about this? What's your favorite piece of music? Yada, yada, yada. But actually, like when even the question favorite piece of music, people would expect to take 30 seconds to just name your favorite piece.
Yeah.
But actually, like once you have like an hour-long conversation about your favorite piece of music, a few things can happen. One, you have a deeper understanding of why this is your favorite piece of music. Two, it could change in the course of that hour
Yeah.
because you can discuss it more.
We should have started this whole podcast with that question.
We can do it now.
What's your favorite piece of music right this second?
Well, goodness me, if you in a 30-second snapshot, Wonderwall. No, blah, blah, blah. Bro, honestly, like, see, that's the thing. What genre
song.
are we talking about?
That's what I was going to say. I was like,
Yeah.
do you want me to specify?
Yeah, specify the genre.
What? Do I have to specify? Can I just say
No.
all?
Nah, because there's not all. 'Cause the thing is that I listen to so. But can I just? It's just on this. Yeah, I don't think I ever told you guys this, bro. Before I started singing it, I really wanted to be a rapper, bro.
Bro.
Gee,
Why are you laughing?
why are you laughing at my dreams?
Don't laugh.
But bro. You can do whatever. You can do whatever you want, man.
Sid,
Like
we love you. And we appreciate you
like
and who you
naturally,
are.
like,
Nah,
you
I'm
know?
actually kidding. Did you actually genuinely
Gee,
want to?
I love rap music. Like,
I mean,
honestly,
never heard.
No. Wait, oh.
Do you actually? Can you rap?
no.
Actually, okay, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm actually sorry.
He's dead.
I'm sorry for laughing though. To be honest, like no, I actually feel bad now.
No, but that was like me. I wanted to be a
actually feel
chef,
bad.
but I can't cook. Like mince is my go-to.
Nice.
Mince on toast.
Yeah, nah, I love rap music.
I actually feel so bad, bro. Like what? So like what? Where did that come from?
I just love rap music.
Like no,
And so I was young as, so it is hilarious.
So you grew up listening to it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like 3 years ago you wanted to be
No.
a rapper.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like,
I've been singing and like doing choir stuff since high school.
I mean,
right?
Right.
Yo.
But who did you listen to?
Well, like the usual, like Eminem. Like Eminem was like my first one.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was crazy.
Eminem.
And then sounds like Tupac B, like the usual
Tupac.
stuff. Like when I go to the gym, that's all I listen to.
Oh,
Or
nice.
like Adele or whatever. I love
Adele.
um
Adele.
yeah, I love all types of music if it's kind of good. I can't do like D&B,
What's that?
drum and bass.
Hmm.
That camera's, I need to get a new battery, I think. Oh well, good to know now. And drum and bass, bro, people listen to that like, oh, this is good. I can't do it, bro. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying it's bad, I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason why people like it. I just can't do it. That's the one genre I just won't be able to do.
Okay, so if we're being like a bit more specific,
Yeah.
Who's your favorite artist?
no,
At the
but it
moment.
depends. But artists.
Not
Okay, why don't
composer.
we do general and then classical? So
Okay,
who's
general?
your general?
Okay. A general, excluding classical, okay? Adele, number one.
Okay.
You? General?
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Come back to me. I need to
Okay,
think.
my one that's not classical is Silk Sonic. Either
Oh,
Silk,
yeah.
Silk
that's good.
Sonic.
That was going to be my number
or,
two.
or Bruno Mars. Like
Silk
Bruno
Sonic
Mars is on
crazy,
And-
bro.
and-
They're
and Andy.
so good.
Silk
Yeah.
Sonic. And yeah, they're the new, obviously new favorites, but otherwise it would have been like Michael Bublé or Bruno Mars. But Silk Sonic right now has been like ever since the album came out, it was just like
Crazy, yeah.
on.
So good.
Oh, see, mine's dumb. Well, it's not dumb because she's insane, Beyonce. But it's just like
Beyonce's good.
so typical of an answer. But it's like she's just
she's
insane,
insane,
man. Like all around. Okay, classical.
I don't know if she Adele, though, bro. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
I mean, they're both pretty cool, but Beyonce can dance
Adele was-
insane.
Honestly, like even like Lady Gaga's insane. Her voice
Oh,
is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like insane pianist. I think I read somewhere, I don't know if it's real or not. I think she got accepted into Juilliard for piano. Fact check that.
Boop, 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 boop.
Wow, did you just say fat chick? Wow. I'm kidding. I'll stop.
Lady Gaga, Juilliard.
Juilliard. Sorry, I'm gonna move that.
Yeah, accepted into Juilliard.
Nice.
Did she go?
Crazy.
Or she just
Just
accepted?
is accepted. But I mean, yeah,
I mean, that's still
fair
pretty-
enough.
Oh, that's like, oh, damn.
Yeah, it's just music's so great.
Classical, bro.
Classical.
Classical. Oh, okay. At the moment, bro. Like, are you talking opera or just like in general? Okay, I'll tell you what.
Give me three. Give me three of classical.
Yeah,
One of
three
my
top.
one of my favorite pieces of all time classical music, the Elgar Cello Concerto. Insane.
What is it?
Elgar Cello
That one.
Concerto is beautiful.
Okay, I'll have a listen
It's
to it.
insane. Oh my god. Yeah, crazy. I don't really listen to much like just orchestral music.
Yeah.
Elgar,
That's
bro.
what I was gonna say. I was like, I barely listen to non-singers, but
Elgar, bro. He's like a famous composer, but one of the most underrated composers. He should be way more known than he. Is that
Hello?
what it's gone? Oh, cool. It's fine. He should be way more known than he is.
Right.
Elgar.
Elgar Concerto does he only have one?
Elgar Cello Concerto. Yeah, I think there's only
Cello
one.
Concerto.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll listen to that.
What else?
Wait, are we doing composers or
No, we're just like it's the Elgar Cello Concerto.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. In terms of, I'll keep going with the instrumental stuff, or like I want to say choir stuff as well because that's what did for so long. Algar again, music makers, bro. Oh my god.
Algar, I've never heard. Is he a like composer from back in the day?
Yeah, but like fairly like recent as well.
Not that far.
Oh, Edward Algar.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The music makers, we did it for New Zealand Youth Choir. That's when I met Rhiannon as well.
Right.
By the way.
Hi, Rhiannon.
Hi, Rhiannon.
Dude, insane piece of music. That was like the best thing ever. That I did with Youth Choir. And then what else? Paul Milo Starbuck Martyr. That was the turning point. I was like, I want to do.
Yes, that one.
No,
Yes.
not many people know that one. To be fair.
Yeah.
I like
but
that one.
No one does.
Paul, because I sang it. Otherwise, I wouldn't know.
Right.
Paul Milo Starbuck Martyr. That was a piece of music that like changed. I was like, I want to do music now. That's it. Opera. Candide, number 1.
Right.
Has to be. Yeah. What? Say something.
Nothing.
Bro, one role I want to play before I die, Candide, bro.
Oh, that's what we should do next. Dream roles. I want to know what your dream roles are.
Yeah.
Wait, how many are we doing? We're doing 3
Three.
operas. 3 favorite
Yeah,
operas.
okay. 3 favorite operas. Next
So
one.
Candide is where? 1 or 3?
Candide's 1, yeah. Let's say another 2. Come back to me. What's your...
Composers. I'm just going to do composers. Is that what was
Yeah,
asked?
cool. Yeah, composers.
Because I don't know a lot.
That's fair enough.
Anyway, I'm just doing the ones I like. I like Gershwin. Love Gershwin.
Gershwin's good, yeah.
Gershwin. Win. Sorry.
And Puccini. Puccini.
Kini,
Oh, yeah. I want to add that one. Puccini has to be. I was thinking about it from like what I'm probably going to sing soonish, but yeah, no, Puccini 10 out of 10. Yeah, it has to
Puccini
be.
is
The GOAT.
just... that's a good noise.
Heartbreaking
by the way.
music, yeah.
Yeah.
Good noise. And who's your...
My number 3. Good question. Thank you. No, Strauss.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Strauss
those
got some-
Strauss.
Yeah.
yeah.
Strauss. And my
Strauss goes
favorite, my 3 favorite operas, Bohem's up the top. Like, come on.
I want to, yeah. Okay, Bohemian's my number 2. Keep going.
Carmen. I want to be a mezzo so bad. I just want to play Carmen. And I Pagliacci,
Oh, yeah, Pagliacci is one of my ones as
one
well.
of my favorite operas.
I saw Pagliacci at the Met when I was, I was like, and because they do it with Cav as well.
Yeah.
I sat
Kevin
through
Pate.
Cav. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
really care about this
Yeah.
shit. I don't,
Cav is beautiful.
Cav was exciting, but I was like 16 or whatever. I was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
only wanted
true.
like,
You would have saw a
One of the
clown.
Yeah.
Crazy clown. Like, oh, yo.
no, I was like, it's just such a great story, and it's kind of
so
like
good.
short form.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is awesome.
Mm.
And then, and plus I was really jet lagged, so I could not sleep. Well, what was you?
I think my one... Wait, what is it? Composers?
Composers, opera.
I'd probably say... My number 1 composer is probably Tosti.
Yeah,
Number 2 is Puccini. And number 3 is Verdi.
yeah.
Operas, my favorite operas to listen to, I'd probably say... Rigoletto. Oh, that's probably number 3 now that I'm thinking about it. Puccini's number 1, and probably number 2 is Romeo and Juliet.
You know,
Gounod.
Puccini's not an opera.
Oh, La Boheme. The Terminator. all of Puccini. He's goat.
Yeah, Puccini's insane.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, Karen.
No, go.
No. I was just thinking. I was literally just thinking about Turandot. I was just like, because that's what Nikki Hartleap. She was like, that's what they said in her bio. I think
What?
that was her sort of thing.
Turandot. Yeah, she sang a lot of that.
Yeah.
And Mimi in
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know
At the
why
Met.
that was an
Jesus
important piece
Christ.
of
Yeah.
information. Sorry.
Can
Anyway.
I also add a composer who is amazing is Brahms.
Oh yeah.
Brahms is
There's
beautiful,
Brahms
yeah.
Liebeslieder. Oh,
It's a beautiful way.
my
I've
gosh.
done that a couple times.
Oh my
nice.
gosh. And the tenor
So
part's
nice.
cool, eh?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, got some nice duets in it. Honestly,
Yeah. When we did it the
Beautiful.
first time, it was I was must have been like year 10 or something, and we did it. I did it with Auckland Youth Choir, and like before each movement, we got 2 actors, and they would act out the translation, and then we would sing the thing. But it
That's
was
cool.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful piece of music, eh? The
It
Youth
is.
Theatre.
And Brahms was one of those ones. Those out of it ones, apparently in his time. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
all these
Hmm.
German composers, like the leader ones, had like complicated lives.
Yeah, also bringing up another topic. Sorry, just quickly, is that opera's not all of what we should be into, kind of thing. I just feel like
couldn't agree with
I just
it
feel like-
stronger,
But
bro.
see,
Bro,
like,
I just feel like
with
art
you
songs-
talking about like, heaps of the like just the past 5 minutes that we've been talking about this stuff, I'm like, oh, I literally know nothing.
No,
Like,
no,
No, it's not that. But like, if I
it's just art songs.
didn't do
man.
the choirs,
Right.
I probably wouldn't know.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's it. Like, bro, if I had Aiden in here,
Bro.
that guy is actually crazy, bro. He has like the biggest encyclopedic knowledge
a library.
on
yes,
opera I've ever
Yeah.
met before.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
So
Love
that
that
guy
guy.
knows, like, I just know Alka. That's it, bro. Like, and plus, I kind of like weird music a little bit,
Right.
like Britain. So Britain top 3, please. Easy,
Britain
Who
weird?
did you chuck off?
easy.
No, who did you chuck off, or did you only have 2?
No.
Puccini?
He's already said it.
I thought you said Britain.
Yeah, no. So
And
like
for
in
who?
terms of like opera composers, like Puccini,
Oh yeah,
the music composers, I've just got too many. Like
Yeah.
the thing is, like with Elgar, he doesn't do much like opera stuff, and the only like massive vocal stuff he wrote is like the Music Makers, and it's not really well known, but his instrumental music's beautiful.
Yeah.
And plus, I wouldn't know it unless I like spent time
Yeah.
with people and stuff. Plus, he used to play in like concert band and things like that, so I got to experience percussion. And that was shit, bro. It was bad. It was so bad.
Wait, the percussion when you sang it, or
No, when I played percussion for concert band and orchestra,
oh
yeah, I was terrible. Bro. Like, I just like didn't know how it worked at all. Like,
Do you play any other instruments?
it's like I try. I kind of self-taught guitar, but never to a level that is kind of viable in a performance.
Right.
Like piano, even same thing. Like for rehearsal, fine.
Yeah.
Like when I'm practicing, I can get my
yeah,
notes and stuff, and that's all great. But never to a level of performance. And I like French horn for a bit, but only because the school paid for my lessons. And then after they paid for my lessons, they're like, "Oh, do you want to keep carrying on? We need a French horn player because nobody plays French horn."
So like when you would play it, would it, and you were like sounding pretty good on it, would it go wee wee? Or no?
It's too many.
That's not a good joke, eh?
Yo, yeah. So anyway, I was playing French horn, yeah, and gee, the worst. I can't believe you just. It's actually crazy.
Let's just move on.
Sorry,
from
yeah,
it.
sorry.
cool.
I just
Anyway,
had
yeah,
to-
Wait, can I just say
Look how
that,
hurt you are.
like, for any young singers, like talking young, like if you could, wait, okay, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot, but like if you could learn to read music and if you can play a piano, then like, and you want to sing, then learn it. Because honestly, I wish I had more theory skills, and I wish I could read. Like, I couldn't read music last year, or yeah, just over a year ago, and like it sucks. And I've had to like work so hard to try just to be good enough to learn a piece of music without just listening to it nonstop. Because that's how I used to learn the music, just listen to it on repeat. And yeah,
And can I also add that I don't know who like you said, first year, second years, any kind of years listening. There are so many art songs in the
Oh
classical
my god,
Yeah.
I
world,
love art songs.
and it's kind of buzzy because everyone kind of generally sings the same kind of group of songs. There are millions
So
of
many.
pieces. You just gotta really look out for them, and oh man, it actually makes you like that song is like really interesting when you like pick one that's just not I don't want to be mean, but I'm just saying, like, for example,
It's not saturated because so many people do it. You know what I mean?
like quilters. I love quilter.
Yeah.
Quilter's awesome.
Yeah.
But then, like, I found a song on Ben Moore's, like he's an American composer. Had English sets of songs. And I'm like, why are we all looking at like one composer when there's like heaps of like other composers there? Like even the Tosties. I mean, I heard everyone sung the Tosties back then, and then I don't know, people are just not singing it. Tosti or not, like everyone just sings the one Ideale or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's written so many bangers. And then also you don't need a rush with arias. Like arias will come in at any when I guess you're ready.
I've got like a
stress
complicated
over it.
relationship with that though, because like I feel really comfortable in terms of my singing game. I feel really comfortable with song,
Right.
like art song. That's like I feel the most like with arias for some reason. There's just like a block there that I just haven't managed to like overcome. I love Leader. I love the Tosties. I love English art song especially. Like
You're pretty common.
Influence
You're like
singing.
pretty mean at that way.
gee, it's because I just
because you're saying you're not as good at it, but
well no that's like,
depends, 'cause
well,
you're like-
yeah. I'm sure, from the outside perspective is of course different, but like for me the mental thing of this is aria, like this is up here now,
Right.
but songs, no, just singing a song. Even though there are some leaders out there that are fucking hard, bro. There's one from this one that I'm singing now, I was saying before, that's just like it's really beautiful, but I just like the last page just kills me every time.
Despedness. I
That's
hate that.
aria,
I
not
hate-
a leader.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that the last page of Despedness is annoying. But anyways, sorry.
God.
we won't talk
Annoying
about.
for you, bro. Killer for me, G.
It's killer.
But yeah, it's killer, man. But it's just you're right. So right. There's just you just have to do the
Do the
effort
research,
to.
man. Yeah.
No, but the other thing is like the thing with unis is like you learn pieces, you learn this piece, you learn that piece, blah 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 blah, and you learn it for your exam or any performances that you're doing within uni, right? But there's something that I learned from Pene and Amina that has just been like the best piece of information ever, and it was that is to actually like practice vocalizing. And rather than to just go into a
Oh
practice
my
room
God,
and practice a piece,
That is a different set of
It
that's a
changes
different
everything.
discipline, man. I need to
Yeah.
start. I do it, but not as regimented as I
Yeah.
probably should. Or like, at least how I'm sure Pene and Amina do. But oh my God, yeah.
but it's like it's so weird because then you're like, okay, this didn't feel right. Like, and you're experimenting it with yourself. Like, you wouldn't play a soccer game and just show up on the game, like having just played a bunch of soccer. You do drills. You'd like go see your coach. You go to the gym. You do all this stuff. Why wouldn't you do that with singing? Like, why would you just rock up having only ever done that?
I've had this conversation with like somebody, I won't say his name, but somebody that we all love and respect. And he was like to me, this is like the issue with sight reading. If you're and I would even call myself like a average sight reader at best. There are some people are crazy good. Like I'm okay in the grand scheme of sight reading, bro. Like really just okay.
I must be so bad.
It must be like
Dude, like
negative.
I did a cathedral thing not too long ago and I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. But I was good. It gave me like the kick. There was like one per part. I was like, I just can't be bothered. And anyway, he was like, this is the issue with sight reading. Just because of like the sheer and choral sight reading especially.
Right.
Because the sheer amount of music you turn over, like yes, you're able to read it and know the intervals and that's all fine and well and that's important, but you're not spending as much time on each note as somebody else that doesn't know how to sight read as well as you are. And so when he said that, it like kind of clicked for me. And I don't want to like bag anyone, but the difference that I make is like my musicianship. I can only speak for myself as well. Like, and a lot of people at Auckland, the musicianship and like for theory and sight reading and all this stuff is like at a pretty high level. But like for me, the voice, I think it's coming, but there's like a gap in terms of the musicality and with the voices and in terms of what I can do. You know what I mean? And like my theory is fine, the sight reading is fine, but like you said with the vocalizing, it's so important because you just kind of look at the piece and it's like, okay, sweet, that's that note, and you can read the line. It's like, sweet, I know the line now. But it takes way longer for me to get it in my voice because that's not how I start.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was kind of really long-winded explanation, but we got there.
We got there.
Yeah. But there's like, just simply because we're taught, it's not even taught to us, if you can sight read this, like fine. But we're just used to, that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
Instead of like working on each individual note.
Yeah.
And you just spend more time that way and then it gets into your voice. And that's why I was like, I'm learning that now.
Yeah.
Singing as a whole is just like pretty out of it, eh?
Yeah. It's so
you
weird,
have to
man.
like, you have to do and then don't. That is the hardest thing about the whole.
It's like simply complex.
Oh,
it's like,
I'm gonna call out Ollie again. Oh, I shouted you out. I'm calling you out now. This gave me anxiety, bro. Okay, when you just told me to just do it, it's like, oh, just let it go. I was like, letting it go. I'm trying.
like what? It's so buzzy, but it is a process. Because that vocalizers thing, even like, I mean, I wish I could do that more. I'm trying to practice this more, vocalizing before I even open my music. But also, before the singing stuff, that whole process of how to learn music properly is so important. I don't know, first year, second years listening in. But it's so important, and it's so, what do you call it? You can see when someone's put like the right work in and the right steps in compared to a piece that was kind of like, I need to learn this for in 2 days. They asked me to. You can tell, bro. Like
but also in saying that, there's a process for that as well. And there's a process where you can fake it. Like not everyone's gonna have the time.
Yeah, true.
Like take Penne for example, right? When we were at opera school, he was going all around Europe, like, and doing different opera, like 2 different operas a day.
Yeah,
crazy business.
It's insane.
And like, but he's the goat, so he just can get it in the voice like that because he has the. I think it just comes with experience. Like once you have the process of what you do, then it just becomes more streamlined.
Yeah. And when you're in the momentum, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're like, just like, I have to get this going. But also obviously he's been learning all the main parts. I think it would just click in. Also, he knows the composer kind of kinks that they have. He's
actually like, he's got a really good knowledge of opera.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. I don't really know him that well. Like I know, but not like you guys know him. He's just such a good dude, man.
The coolest thing is he's always said curiosity is the thing that's gone him that far. He's just like, I just want to know why is this person sounding like this? I'm gonna try it.
But you know what? Like,
what a mindset.
The other thing is like, you can just tell every time he gets on stage, every time you see him, that he lives and breathes.
He loves it, eh? The same kind of thing with Simon.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy,
Just like he just like all this other crap he doesn't really care about. He's just like, I like to sing, and that's what we're doing.
Once he's on stage, he's just like in.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's like intoxicating.
Yeah. Bro, that concert, my first opera school. Stacks, bro.
Wait, we didn't. Who's your like favorite singers at the moment? Classical singers. Because hands down, mine is Amina Idris.
Yeah.
No,
she's crazy, eh?
No one can top her. For me, my
I think Pen and Amina have to be up there. They are on crazy.
It's like she roars.
Bro, it is insane. Yo, nah, don't disrespect Amina like that, bro.
It's
it's insane.
It's amazing.
Man.
I don't know. So top 3. What classical singers are dead or alive, or are we just?
Yeah.
I'll go live first and then did.
Okay.
So current, my 3 right now would be Pene. Number 2 would probably be Lawrence Brownlee, and number 3 would probably be
Hey, bro, name more tenors, bro. Go.
I just realized mine are all sopranos too.
I honestly listen to like street
Yeah.
tenors. Like I try and listen to sops and altos, but altos just sing one note anyways.
Jesus.
Just reading that out. Sorry. And frick. I want to just say Amito.
Oh yeah.
He's sounding awesome, man.
Yeah. He was so good in Sema there, bro.
Yeah,
I wish I saw that.
bro.
I mean, it was like 3 hours of handle. I was like, oh, okay. Yo, Emin Amatai made it all worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. My top 3, bro, Penny.
Yeah,
Just
Penny's
like- He's actually crazy. Yeah. It's insane how
It's
good
kind
he
of
is.
stupid
Bro, his
how
album- his
insane he is.
What's your favorite part from his album?
The Jocelyn is beautiful.
Yeah.
The Jocelyn, yeah. And I have a special because he recommended that piece to me. And I was like, oh, I've heard a few recordings and nobody really does it. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I vibe. And he sang it. I was like, oh, sweet. That's how it was meant to go. Cool, I'll just do it like this and then all good. But I don't know. It's the Jocelyn was the best one for me.
So who was it? Pene?
Pene.
Nadine Sierra, bro. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Oh my god. Stop. I'm just gonna leave
Let's
that there.
just
I don't think you
take a breath,
understand.
everybody.
Oh my god. She's
Like,
just
let's talk about girl crush, right?
oh, talk about a real crush of my life. Ever.
My life.
Fam, there are okay, let's just forget the fact that she's just
She's
like
not even
she's
on
beautiful,
a list.
bro.
She's in her own.
She
She's
could be listening.
no, she couldn't.
Shoot
I
your
think
shot.
she's
Kill
got
that,
Shoot
Nadine.
your
more.
shot, bro.
Bro, nah, man. She's
Nadine.
yo. Nadine Sierra fan?
Pene, can you?
Hookups.
Oh, God, gee. Nah, yo. I'm like, let's be professional, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
No, let's take away the fact that she's incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
And, yo, chill out.
I like you-
That's
how you looked at
wild.
me.
No, I said, I don't know.
And she's
Oh, sorry.
she's quite young. She's like 30 something.
Yeah.
And she's singing with Javier
Yeah.
Camarena
She's
at the Met, and
insane.
her voice is insane. And she sings a whole bunch of rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know what Pene said? He said that she's the most incredibly nice person ever.
Oh my god!
But it's like,
I'm sure she
it's
is.
like, surely there's something that we can dislike about her, right?
No. Some people were just
She's incredible.
Yeah, she's insane. I would love to meet her one day. Oh my god! Legit, I don't ever get like this. The last person I've had this type of like actual like crush on is like maybe Hillary Barry, but like yo, don't even start.
Fair. That's
But
right.
like it's like you see someone famous and you're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, wow, and they're beautiful. It's like, but Nadine Sierra on like another level, bro. I'll tell you about who she reminds me of after we stop recording.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll make a lot of sense to you, but
Okay.
that's fine. We'll leave that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Nadine Sierra number 2, huge, just beautiful and voice.
Bro, can you
Okay,
stop
Sid.
getting nervous?
Yo, I don't think you understand, yo. Anyway, I want to say there's just so many good ones.
Yeah.
Say number 3, Javier.
Javier Camarena
Yo,
is...
he's
Bro,
on point, bro.
do you know who that is?
Yes, I do.
Are you sure?
She just sang
Name one
with him.
recording apart from Amazing Me where you got the encore. Yeah,
I don't. Why would I know that?
Why don't you know that? Nah, bro.
Can I
That
tell
guy
you
can
something?
sing for like, I don't know.
His like he's got like that meat. Or that like light.
Pardon?
Wait, me.
I
What?
thought you guys were gonna understand and be like, oh yeah. But
What?
no.
In his higher.
Hang on, say it
register?
again, and we'll
Yeah.
Well, like
agree
you
with
know how
more.
like Juan Liga Flores, obviously 2 different voices, sing similar rap, but it's like you can tell like there's so much ease in.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's all. It's not lifted, but it's all like kind of sits high.
Yeah.
And so he just like accesses all of these notes really easily. But with Javier, like it sounds more meaty.
Yeah. Have you listened to? Have you listened? Why are you holding them? Yeah. Have you heard? Is it the aria from La Cenerentola?
Which
I
one?
think I might be saying the wrong. Si Guida, something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Anyways,
Hey?
they both do the same production, and Camarena just like blitzes right through
Bro.
the top, the bottom, just as if it was like a piece of cake.
That's insane.
Wow, why did you look at me when I said piece of cake?
Crazy. Yeah, whatever.
Anyways,
Anyway.
sorry. He's
his
awesome, bro.
his Aotearoa is crazy.
Yeah.
I know. Like, what's a better word than meat? Because there's like they're both kind of
Gutsy.
I don't know, there's just something
Ballsy.
like deeper to it. It's not like
Deeper meat.
Ballsy.
nah, because they're both kind of ballsy in their own way. Like
Oh, how would you define it in like liquids? Would you say like
Like a moose? Or
I don't know, like there's so
Syrup.
much like shimmer in Juan Diego Flores' voice, and because it's just so forward.
mosquito? Kinda like-
I don't think I would call him a mosquito. I have a lot of respect for the great tenor who could maybe be the reason why we sing at some big venues in the future. So you got to chill out. But like, it's just two very different voices, and it's quite obvious that Juan Diego Flores is one. I've never heard. Obviously, we never heard him live, but in the recordings you can only get so much, and it's like quite forward and high placed, I guess. But there's something more like. I don't want to say on the body because that just for me means that there's like technical aspects of the other singer that isn't there, but that's not the case at all. It just seems like I don't know, just something like deeper set in Javier Camarena's sound, and this like it's more risky that way. Like you look at Juan Diego Flores and you admire the ease at which he sings.
Is it kind of like you're like already expecting Juan Diego to just get
Not
through
even
the song?
that. No, it's not that. It's just like you just like you listen to it and you're like, holy crap, this is just so easy for him. You know what I mean? And then because it just kind of just flows and there's no issues in the passaggio or anything like that. It just kind of happens. And
is
like
it sort of like me and Alfred were talking shout out Alfred.
Hello,
We were
Alfred.
talking about how sometimes like listening to Pavarotti, like obviously he's the man,
Yeah.
like, you know, but then sometimes you listen to it and then you're just like, it seems silly to say because he's insane, but it's just like, it's just so easy. Like, I want to listen to something that's got more risk. Like, it's just like,
well, if you listen to like the difference between this is the perfect example, right? The difference between Pavarotti's Amezami and Juan Diego Flores' Amezamis, the C's are exciting for both of them, but you can tell that Pavarotti sees there's just a little bit more like grunt to it, and you're like, holy shit, is he going to get it? Cool, he does it. Is he going to do it again? Cool, he does it. But with Juan Diego Flores' one, you're like, whoa, he just did that and didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Like he could wake up that morning and do the aria. And I'm sure it's hard for everyone, but I've been saying Amazing Me a lot. It's just on my mind, but it's just that kind of difference. You just like you're in awe of all of these different voices in different ways. I don't know. I don't.
So when you first started talking about it, you weren't saying one was better than the other.
No.
You just had appreciation for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what I like more.
What do you like more?
I like Javier Camarena's sound. Like that
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
more like
Right,
at
yeah.
home. Oh, not at home, but like that feels more of like what maybe I could possibly end up sounding like in the future once I get stuff more on the body kind of thing. Of course, I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like on the outside, but maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know, bro. There's so many. But yeah, he's definitely a favorite. He's crazy good.
And how about Nadine Sierra?
Yo. Could you imagine Nadine Sierra on Sidscussions? What if this gets big enough?
Bro.
I don't think I could do it.
I feel like Penny,
Bro,
if you want to
I
send
don't
a
even-
snippet of this to her.
Nah, please don't. Not this
actually,
one.
that would be kind of...
Not this one, no.
Nah, not this one, bro.
Bro.
I don't think I could do it, perfectly honest.
Yeah.
What, talk to her?
You'll be probably press live, and then she'll be like, you'll be like,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
hi.
This is serious, guys. No, it's terrible, eh?
Damn, you like,
I actually love her.
yo.
Yeah.
And I guess it's also appreciation for how amazing of a singer she is.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
an awe,
It's
absolute
just-
awe
yeah.
of her.
And like now she's nice, so you can't even hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There can't
Because
be
like,
something
what if one day we all met her, and yeah, she's a great singer and she's beautiful and all this stuff, and then she's just like a right bitch, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, whatever.
So-
I don't even like you anymore. Whatever, it's fine. But now she's like, apparently she's super lovely. So she's like, oh no. You know, have you ever met somebody like that? Where it's like they're amazing at everything, and then
Yes.
they're like super
Scott.
lovely. Yeah.
Scott is one of those people. And Rhiannon.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Both
Yeah.
of them. Are they not
Emmanuel's,
just the best?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, no. To be fair, yeah, there are a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Actually. But, yeah, I don't know. It's oh yeah, there are a bunch of people I have like in my mind that I would love to have on. Like, you know, I've got my dream list of people.
Yeah.
So the writers of Unruly Tourists wanted to come on. I was like, that'd be cool. 'Cause
Whoa.
they're like legit comedians.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, yo, is that like? It was a bit buzzy because they are actually really really cool people, and
You're breathing into the mic.
Sorry.
All I can hear is...
What do you call it? Operatic roles. 3.
Dream rolls.
Candide,
Candide,
No, oh, yeah.
Rodolfo,
Rodolfo,
Nemorino,
Oui.
Nice.
Tonio as well. Just I know you said 3, but 4, and there's not an order, but Candide is number 1.
Me? Mimi? Dream role. Oh, literally Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi.
Mimi is a dream role. Other dream role is Liu from Turned On. And now I have to pick. I want to be in it, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I would love to be in Porgy and Bess. Even just like in the chorus.
Yeah.
How cool would it be to hear like a full chorus? But I don't think it'll ever happen. But it is a dream, so.
Somebody, I won't say the name. Porgy and Bess is like a different situation because there's so many other complexities that come with that particular piece of music. But somebody, I won't say who, said to me that like because of like how Candide is set, that I wouldn't ever be it because I'm brown.
Right.
Like I can. It's not like that. It's not like a racism thing.
Racist.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, you just, like, brown people can't play Candide. It was like, it wasn't like that. But I was like, oh, yeah, it is a bit like white supremacy. Like the whole setting around Candide, yeah. But it's like, that would be the perfect time for me to, because Candide's meant to be like
something.
different. Yeah.
I've never seen Candide. Oh, bro! I'm just being honest because you're like talking about it. And I'm like, have you seen Candide?
I've heard.
See, throw the bottle.
No.
I have no.
Throw
I've
the
heard
bottle.
bits of it.
No, yeah, you heard
Throw
at
the
the
bottle
Auckland Opera Studio concert when everyone's at it. That's the only time you heard it, right?
Don't bring
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You didn't even see
No, I've
it.
heard some other things from it.
I know that soliloquy pieces from Candide, right?
Which one?
Soliloquy.
The soliloquy is not from Candide, no.
What's it from?
The piece soliloquy is not from Candide.
What's it from?
It's from this other musical. I can't. Oh, Ben's gonna kill me for this.
Soliloquy.
Oh no, what's the one that If I Loved You is from?
Uh,
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad.
No, but see, wait, there's some confusion. I said to Sid that I don't
From
like
Carousel.
Candide.
Carousel, my bad.
But like, and then I was absolutely ridiculed.
oh, yeah, yeah.
But like, I mean, I also said, everyone is going to hate me because I said this, especially Ben Kubiak. I wasn't a massive fan of West Side Story, like the music. I told you everyone's going to hate me.
How?
Hey, wait.
But we sang Tonight together.
I know, and I didn't want to learn it.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
Crazy.
I just
You're
am not a
crazy.
fan. I think it may be just the people that I've heard sing it. Like, you know how sometimes you hear songs sung over and over and over again? Like those Adele songs that people used to play throughout high school?
Now you're bringing
No,
Adele into
hang on. Not Adele.
You
She's
just
fantastic.
brought up Adele.
But her song, how everyone in high school played it in the music room, and every time you walked into the music room,
That
someone
seems
was
like a
playing
you
it or
problem.
singing
Why are
it.
you bringing Bernstein into this and the genius
Yeah.
that's West Side Story?
Yeah.
Sort it out yourself.
I just don't like hearing it because I'm like, oh, I heard this like this. I don't want to hear it again. But that's just me being an old fart.
That's crazy. I can understand Kandi because it's a little bit weird and it didn't do well commercially and fine, okay? But it is genius. And you gotta chill the fuck out.
Okay.
Like if somebody says they don't like Britain, I'm just like, oh yeah, fair enough. Like
Yeah.
I know that is weird.
It's not,
But
yeah,
West
not
Side-
everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But
Ben
West Side Story
Kubiak
is
heard
good.
me say that he would actually leave
Yeah.
the room.
No, to be honest, I think if you hated something that like something like Sondheim, like his favorite musical
No,
was
I
Sunday.
don't hate him.
Sunday. If you told Ben that you hated Sunday in the Park with George, he would slap you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's his favorite musical. Have you seen Sunday in the Park with George?
Should we test it out?
No, I think he's probably taking his earphones out right now. Oh no, probably like a minute ago. Yeah. No, I wouldn't try it.
They're just, yeah, I don't know. There's so much. What we were saying. Like we had this conversation at
Opera school.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know, man. There's just like such good ways to tell stories. And what you were saying, I think before about like, opera shouldn't be the be all end all of like our lives kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like there are other aspects, not only in music, but like just in life.
Yeah.
And that's really important. And
Did I say that?
Well, no. You said there are other aspects of like music,
You said
Right.
a word
Yeah.
that doesn't
but
exist.
I'll expand it. I'll expand more to like just life in general. Like I do so much other stuff apart from singing, and I really don't want to stop any of them
Yeah.
because I think back in the days you couldn't do anything, and you kind of hear this narrative of like if you have to be 100% all in to this one thing, and that's the only way you're going to make it in the industry. It's like, yeah, like I get where you're coming from, but I don't think that's necessarily the case anymore. Things are more efficient now. That's why I have the podcast, because it takes me like half an hour to edit and then upload it to YouTube kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm really committed to making this work, as I am committed to making the singing thing work. And we prioritize our time differently. Like I wouldn't ever not do a singing thing because I had to do a podcast. Like that kind of. So it's like different for everyone. And I've completely forgotten where I'm going with that. Oh yeah, like it's. What were we talking about before? I've just gone on a complete tangent.
Well, I was ripping into West Side Story,
Yeah.
and then you started talking about
how you wouldn't do a podcast over your singing.
the prioritizing time.
But like,
and-
why did I start that
I
conversation?
actually can't remember how we got into that.
Yo,
It's fine.
I don't know. How did we get there?
this happens a lot, by the way.
Should we I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, I just think it's really important to not have
Yeah.
just the one thing on your plate. Because if it doesn't, if one thing doesn't, what? I didn't even look at you.
You did look at
my
me. You did look
goodness.
at me. You said have more than one thing on your plate, and then you went like this.
I'm saying you should have more than one thing on your plate.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that's important. I'm being supportive of you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Sis.
That's what I'm saying, man. Look, you gotta listen.
Sorry.
Anyway, I don't know. I just think the people that do have the one thing, and it's all they think about, and they don't manage their time elsewhere, and it doesn't work out for them, or not in general, just one thing is like a bump in the road.
Yeah.
They can't deal with it as well as the people that have other things that they care about. I don't know. That's just my experience. I could be wrong, by the way.
can I add to
Yep.
this? I think I am one of those people. Very much so.
Really?
Big time. I'm not. I feel like you think you've offended me in any way. You haven't.
No, it's interesting. But also,
It's-
like, bear in mind, you're also a studio artist. This is now your job.
Yeah, but so here's my thing is that I want this so bad.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, I will do everything for this. And I'm one of those people, if I have my mindset on something that I'm just like, this is it. And so and the exact thing has happened. Like, so sometimes things don't go quite right in the singing aspect of things, and I have nothing else. Okay, that sounds a bit stupid. There are other things happening in my life. But this is the thing that I've put 100% of my focus into. Because like my family know this, and he knows this, that I give 100% to this thing, and then I go home and I completely like just shut everything out. But I've realized that is not healthy, and it is not a good thing to do at all. Because yeah, exactly. Once something bad happens, then I'm like, well, crap. Is this all I am? Like, you know, like, is that all I am? Just a singer? And so that's why I kind of went on that journey. Like, well, actually, what do I find important? What makes me happy? My voice got shaky.
No, yeah.
Sorry, I had to do something stupid just to pull me out of this hole that I was in.
No, it's super important. Like, because you just hear so many different. This is great. You hear there's always that thing in the back of your head where it's like, I don't want to be the person that doesn't put the effort in.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to look back and be like, this didn't work out because of me. So, and I used to be like that too. Everything that I did was music. And then somebody told me that I shouldn't do opera anymore.
Right.
And I was like, that's the first time I've ever heard that. And I freaked out.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit of like, I don't want anyone to tell me I can't do something. So fuck that person. Yeah, cool. I'm going to do this anyway. I'm going to show you that you should have not said that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't always like this, but I'm kind of like it now. And I just, a lot of it was like, maybe I just, okay, cool. There was like too many other things in my life that I'm like trying to look after. So fuck all those things. Fuck the relationship. Fuck all this other stuff. I'm just going to focus on this now. So everything was cut out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, then I started to, I don't know, like, it's a good thing to be committed to it. 100%.
Yeah.
But it's also not like the be all end all of life. And I realized that after all of that stuff, and I don't regret it. I will never regret it because I had to learn it. And to be honest, I probably needed it as well. And there was maybe like a little bit of truth into the fact that I was like maybe not as like focused on it as maybe I probably should be.
Right.
But like I realized way later, I was like, that's actually not healthy. You just got to prioritize my time.
Yeah.
Better. And as long as I think I'm happy doing the things that I'm doing, it's not like it's a chore, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Then it's fine. But yeah, no, I was like that thing specifically changed it.
Was that you say something? Oh, frick! I've forgotten what you just said, but it was very important. Oh, because things were going well. I feel like that is so deceiving, like in a complex sort of way. Like, because for me, like I've done that, and I've now realized that it's not a good way to sort of be. But it was going well, and there were benefits. Like things were happening. Like I was in the studio artist program. I was doing this and blah 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 blah, and things were improving. But then I was like, and then I realized it took me ages to realize because things were going well. But like if things weren't going well, I've gone backwards now. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say, Sid?
If things weren't going well,
I would have seen it clear.
You had other avenues to deal with it. Like you could care about other
that's
things.
what I was trying to say. Sorry.
No, you got it.
So I was trying to say that because things were going well, I didn't know that that was a bad thing until it wasn't. And you're not like, and I'm glad that it's kind of happened now in the studio artist program, because now I can kind of work on having those other outputs of creativity and just kind of being.
I think that's like important thing. I want to keep on this. I don't want to diverge from it too much, but the important thing with lockdown for me specifically, because this idea would not have happened, I think, if it wasn't for lockdown.
Yeah.
Like the podcast.
Yeah.
And I think that showed me, and I think it showed like a lot of other people, that you need more creative outlets.
Yeah.
Again, this is not the be all end all.
No.
As much as like, if you tell someone that, they'll be like, "Oh, you're just not committed to it." It's like, no, it's not that. I don't think people like. I need to have me personally. I need to have a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll feel like lazy, and I don't want anyone ever to call me like. That's like more than one thing.
Yeah.
If somebody calls me lazy, allow it. I can't do it. I never want to be called lazy in my life.
Yeah.
Any other thing, like you can call me a dick or whatever, it's fine. I know it can be like that sometimes, but lazy, nah. I don't ever want to be called lazy. So sometimes to my detriment, I'll put more on my plate than I probably need to. But I care about everything that I do.
Yeah.
And if somebody tells me I care more about I care more about the singing than I do the podcast, that's not right. I just prioritize the time for singing because it needs the time for it to grow. It needs it more than this, because this is just like, for a certain extent, chatting shit with my friends, you know what I mean? But this is still like, I treat this like my baby, and I want it to grow and be healthy. So I do care about this. But some things we need more attention than others.
But do you know what drives me insane? The fact that people think that they have an opinion on what you prioritize. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm sure you guys have easily done this. Everyone wants to say something.
Yeah.
And some people are genuinely being helpful, and they are supportive in like the best way. I'll say this, like Emma Pearson, for example, massive shout out. I love you. She's been amazing.
Yeah.
She's so supportive of this podcast.
Yeah.
Because again, she's like one of the ones that understands that I needed this other creative outlet to do. And there'll be like plenty of other people that have done the same thing that are high level in the music industry. But I also know like there will be some people that'll be like, no, this is. I've never met them, thankfully, but there will definitely be some people like, why are you doing this? Like, you need to just focus on singing if you want to make it. It's like, well, like, why though? Like, yeah, I'm focused. It's not like I don't do the work. I try my best. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's such a weird, like, oh yeah, this is what I was going to say, sorry. Like, you guys would know. There are the people that are helpful and will give you the genuine advice, and then there are the people that you know are giving advice just so that they can say that they helped you on your journey.
Yeah. And
you don't want to like
easier and easier to pick those people out as you go along.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a great insight there, buddy.
Nah, we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah, cool.
I don't want to start with that.
But it's a thing that happens. Just by the way, like first year, second years, if you're listening to this, or third years as well, like this happens a lot and you just got to weed it out.
It's really important.
Yeah.
For your own development as singers.
And sanity.
And people. And as people. Man, if you don't have like any kind of sense of what you want to do, like, oh man, the amount of advice I've been given, and I've kind of just did the old thanks but no thanks. And I don't know, whoever's listening could be like, oh well, that's why you're not at a further level, or I don't know. I don't care, bro. Like, you've lived your life, I'm living mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of thing. I'll do what I want, and I don't know, I find joy in being an idiot. Then I do. I like making people smile. That's the thing that even if it's like really bad, but that thing gets me going. And I don't care what people say, because a lot of people have told me over the years, like, bro, you muck around a lot. I'm like, yeah, but I also work in, I'm in the
That's the thing, like
you've never seen me.
There's a fine line between that and then not having the discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, I think a lot of people, like, speaking about Emmanuel now, like he's not in the room, a lot of people think that he doesn't actually work hard. Like, and I've heard a lot of people say things, and they say it to many, many brown people. and
they say
like,
it so casually.
and like,
that's the buzzy thing,
that
man.
it's,
that I hope changes.
Yeah. That's a big thing that needs to change, is that something is natural. Like,
when people say
your
that.
bone structure, sure, natural. The instrument inside, natural. But the way you use it, everything you do around it, or the hard work that you've put in around it, that's not natural. That is hard work.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've heard so many times people say about Emmanuel, oh, he's got such a natural gift. And I was like, okay, he's got an instrument. He's been given that instrument, but how he uses it is not natural at all.
I didn't pick it up from nothing.
Yeah.
You don't kind of get born and then you've got like a voice. You kind of grind it out. And
I don't know, man. Like, yes, 100% agree. There are nuances in the voice, and nuances, like, I guess is a small word to use, but there are shifts in the voice that occur because you have to put the work in.
Yeah.
And you can't get through a piece of music without grinding it and putting it in your voice. So otherwise, your language is going to bleed. Do you know what I mean? Like, that thing, it takes effort. And doing that and then showing that to an audience with ease, that takes effort.
Yeah.
But there are people that will work hard and grind that don't have
the
God-given instrument. And, like, for that, I won't ever, like, for some freak reason, we all have, like, an instrument that was just given to us by no reason, I guess. And for that, like, I don't think I'll take it for granted, because I know that there are people that will work I work hard, but there are people that work a lot harder than me.
Yeah.
That
same here, yeah.
Just unfortunately just don't have the instrument. And I guess, like, they will have the instrument for other things. It's just, like, not for this, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think I'm just speaking, like, situation.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. But the people that dismiss it only as, and you said, like, brown people, for some reason, man, Indians don't get that.
Fijian? Yes.
No.
But it's so...
that
is my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. And it's not just, like, it's any creative outlet. It's like if someone...
It's dismissive of the work.
It is. It's like you wouldn't... Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. Can you just cut that bit?
I'm trying to not cut this, because we're going here for a while. I'm trying not to cut. But I'll put it like this way. I was reading... I was actually... Oh, fuck's sake. I was watching, like, a recording of Nadine Sierra singing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, it had like, somebody commented, oh my God, you just exudes talent. It's like, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You mean this real, like, well.
Yeah.
And, like, yes, of course, she's talented, but the reason why she's there right now is because of the hard work. And you saying she's talented, I guess, to some people, a lot of people maybe, especially if they are singers or performers, dismisses the hard work. But then I'll put to you like this as well. Isn't that the point? Aren't we doing this and creating it as easy for the audience, for people that don't understand how hard it is, to be like, they're meant to dismiss it as something easier than it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like, we're meant to show that this is...
Not actively dismissive, but, like, it's...
Like, some people will
the
just
important thing of it is the music and the story.
Yeah.
We're not important.
When somebody dismisses it as, like, oh, or someone people can sing, so it's fine. You can sing whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
That's, like, a really important distinction to make.
Yeah.
But I was like, like, and I don't like it either. Like, when people are, oh, you're just talented. I was like, this probably takes me a little bit longer than some people. You know what I mean?
No, but it's like, if you took Penny's instrument, like his instrument, his body, whatever, and you gave it to a first year university student, there is absolutely no way that any of them could make the sound that Penny does.
Like, Penny is a perfect example because whenever he gets up on stage and sings, it just looks like it just comes out. Then you work with him, and I've only we had opera school, and then I sang with him one time with him and Amina one time outside, and his entire brain is regimented on working the voice.
Yeah.
And it's so clear that he knows every little intricacy that happens and how exact that doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
You don't know this coming out the womb.
Yeah.
That takes effort and time by yourself to learn. And like that is the level of artistry. Like the artistry of there's like the artistry of performing, there's artistry of singing. And he has both of those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the difference, I think.
People do that with the arts, though. They're like if someone was good at maths, right? They're like, oh, they've worked hard, they've done their homework, sort of thing. But if someone got up and sang a song, or someone did a painting or a drawing, it's like, oh, they're so naturally gifted. That's a gift. It's like, yeah, but I also worked hard. Thanks.
Yeah, but again, like I want to say that that's also the point.
Yeah.
As frustrating as it is, you want people to
sort of see that.
To be like, oh, you're just... Because I always, when I was younger, I always thought that, oh, talent will... okay, I'm going to tell you a story, okay? This is like, I've never told this to anyone. And I was, it's been on my mind for a while because it's just been like, and we probably could cut it soon because it's 8 o'clock. But I'll tell this and we can keep talking. But so when I was in year 7... right, at my intermediate, I really wanted to get into the cricket team. Like, that's all I wanted to do. And because I didn't do any singing at this point. I was just playing sports. And I trial for the cricket team and don't get in. And I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. Like, I'm kind of average. Anyway, it's fine. Every single day, I go to the nets, I practice my bowling, practice my batting every single day. And I was like, there's not going to be any chance that I'm not going to get into this cricket team. And so I worked harder than I ever have on anything in my entire life. Like even now, because of this particular thing. Every single day from the time that they told me I wasn't in the cricket team in year 7 to the next trials. So I got way better at cricket in general. Like, I wasn't phenomenal, but I was getting way better. So I was put, in terms of club cricket, which is different to school cricket, I was put in like a higher level team. And I was doing well in the high level team. I was getting wickets. I was making runs, all this other stuff. I was training with high level players that were at my age, like, and, you know, doing well with them. I was competitive with them as well. So I was like, yo, sweet, I'm definitely going to make the year 7, the cricket team next year. All of this work for like a year. I can't even stress enough every single day. You can go ask my parents. It was crazy how obsessive I was. To tell me off, my parents would be like, no, you can't train today.
What the?
So it was like that. Comes to the trials. I end up getting this like kind of like back injury, but I was like, it's fine. So I did it and I was like kind of average, but I wasn't bad.
Wait, how old were you at this time, did you say?
It was a year 8. So what was that?
13?
13,
12,
yeah.
13?
So young as, and this maybe shouldn't matter, but I've worked so hard for this. I had this back injury, and I was like, I was way better than I was the last year, and I was not at my best, like at the best that I was in year 8. And I trial, I'm saying, okay, not ideal, but I'm not bad.
Right.
Don't get in.
Bruh.
Don't get in. I run up to the list. I run up to the list, and I remember it was like raining, and I look at the list, and I was like going down because I was a bowler as well. I wasn't really a batsman, so they put the number in. They put your name as the order that you would bat in, right?
Right.
So I go down. I'm like expecting my name to be at the bottom, so I was like, oh, you're cool. My name's not even there, fam. Yo, when I tell you I cried, bro, I was like, all of this fucking work for nothing. And this happened ages ago.
Yeah.
And even now, there's always that little bit in my head where it's just like, I don't want to put in so much work where I get emotionally invested in getting this thing. where it could just not happen and then I'll be crushed.
Yeah.
Which is why I need the other things in my life. Which is why I'm like very specific about that.
Yeah.
Like I need other things to love as well. Because I will become obsessive about the one thing. That's easy for me.
Yeah.
And I'll work hard. But when that happened, I was like, what's the point? Because people don't care if you work hard.
Yeah.
And the whole point of it is that they'll take what you give them and they'll take it for granted. But nobody cares how hard you work at the end of the day. Nobody comes and watches you perform and it's like, oh, I bet that kid worked hard. They don't. And to be fair, that's not their problem.
No.
They've paid money to come and be entertained. And everything that happens afterwards is totally fair because they've paid for that privilege.
Yeah.
But it's such like that's the hardest. Yo, man, when I told you I cried, that was the worst, one of the worst experiences of my life. And that happened so young, and you think it's so and it's so like insignificant now because I don't even fucking play cricket. I was shit anyway. Like, I don't even care. But
but the
like,
mindset
of like,
bro, it like comes through your singing, man.
I don't even know that, bro. Like, I love it, right? And there's and now I'm starting, like literally within the last couple of years, I've been like, nah, now there's actual potential here. So now I can work hard. And the difference between now and back then, and obviously I was so young, but like even that same mentality in terms of working hard for an expectation carried on throughout uni.
Yeah.
Until that competition where somebody told me that I shouldn't do opera anymore. And that became a thing of like, okay, cool. So I'm maybe not working hard as much as I am, but what's my expectation here? I'm expecting to get accolades, but I love singing more than I love cricket. So now my mindset is kind of changing into like work hard, but without the expectation as much as you want it.
Yeah.
And as hard as that is, because everyone wants the accolades, everyone wants to get through the next round of Lexus, everyone wants this stuff. But and I'm not saying I'm there yet, but it's just like the hardest thing of like you don't want to work hard and that be taken for granted.
Yeah.
That was a really long story. I didn't really...
That is a hard thing to face, though, to have thrown. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, singing, it's not like playing a piano or something. Not to say that is easy or anything, because it definitely isn't. But, like, singing, you are the instrument. Yeah. You are it. And you are putting everything that you have worked so hard on, and like your voice is your identity, and you're just putting it out there on display for someone to be like, yeah, I like it, or someone to be like, no, I'm not a big fan. And
also factoring in, it depends on the day. Your voice is like your best friend, and then it can be like,
oh my god, you wake up one day and it's just like you kind of sleep funny, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is why I think it's so precious. Man.
Wait, can we jump back to that question? Sorry.
No, go.
Talking about how reaching out to other audiences. I think one aspect that we could take into account is that it doesn't have to actually be something to present like to an audience or anything, but it actually could just be a tool.
What do you mean?
Rather than having it as entertainment, it actually being an outlet. Because I mean, for me, that's totally what it was for such a long time.
Totally agree.
For like, and especially the voice, like we through Project Prima Volta, we've learnt that the biggest thing is that to kind of learn how to use your voice, and like especially in such a massive way.
Yeah,
like opera is like. Oh, I don't want to make it sound elitist or anything, but it is so extreme. It's the extreme that your voice can go to. Actually, I've never.
That's kind of why you got drawn into it.
Yeah, because it's so hard, and like
it's a challenge,
and it's such a challenge. You have to be so focused, and it's hard work, but to the reward that you feel of being able to do something like getting up on stage in a massive opera house and singing with no amplification is just like. And especially for people like, if I can say for Māori who for so long have been like silenced, who have been, their voices been taken away, and languages, it is so important that we actually learn to use this thing, to use our voices that, you know, so many people just want to like disregard. But if we know how to use them to its fullest, I don't know. I just feel like that's another outlet that it doesn't always have to be entertainment. It can actually be a mental tool.
Totally agree. I'm just thinking like the entertainment from like the audience's perspective, but from the singer's perspective, we were talking about this at opera school as well. Like, and this is the whole thing I was saying about like the importance of telling stories. Like, we use this and we use all of our technique, not to be for like lack of a. I like to use the word like masturbatory, and we know some singers like that. They just sing for like. Because there's like a good sensation that you feel when the singing feels right, and it's really great. But to wallow in that can be problematic, especially in opera specifically, because you're trying to tell the story. You're trying to be a character, and that's for me. It's easier to think of that being the goal. Like, I want to tell the audience a story, and that to be like for me puts a lot of. I'm saying this like I've done like a full opera before, not really, but like it can be even within like an aria or like a song especially. Like, I will tell you the story of this song, and whether you like the story or not, that's not my my responsibility anymore, because I will give everything to make the story convincing. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. I make it sound like way deeper. I'm just like, let's get to the end, guys. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's just kind of like the macro context of it. I guess I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many reasons to sing. I think everyone should sing.
Yeah.
I hate when people say I can't sing.
Yo, there are some people that. Nah, never mind.
Everyone can sing.
Everyone should sing. And you shouldn't. The scoreboard is. They shouldn't even call it a scoreboard. I don't know. The level of which you want to get at will be different for everyone. But it also shouldn't diminish the joy of singing for anyone.
Nah.
Like, dude, just sing in a choir.
Yeah, if you think you suck, then who cares?
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and on that, guys, is there anything else you guys want to... We've been going for ages. This has been so good.
We started like 5:30, didn't we? What's the time now?
One we've done?
I think this is going to be the longest one I've done.
8:17.
And you guys got to get back to... Are you guys going back to Hams? Or?
Yeah, we're going back to Hams tonight.
Nice.
Where's my notes?
Oh, no, you did your 3 jokes.
No, go. Let's get it. Get it
finish with some jokes.
Okay, I need you guys to rate them as a...
Out of
10.
Okay.
Did you hear that breath in the headphones?
Heard of the opera singer who sang that high note? It was so good, I rated a 10 out of 10.
2.
A 10 out of 10.
You know what? You should have that little button board, and you can press the button, and then like little...
Pause, wait, for the next...
What's a cricket noise?
For the next one.
What? You're sad.
Or like fake claps.
Right, cool, okay. wait, no, go.
Hear about the guy who lost his left arm and leg? He's all right.
Fuck off! No, go.
Did you hear what the cat said when he was accused of stealing milk?
What?
He said, "It wasn't meow." I'll take that. What? Heard about the Sidscussion host? He sucks. Get it? Bro.
What
is that?
You know what that was? That sound effect encapsulated that 2.5 minute joke that I told after school.
Yeah. Do we have 2.5? No. I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah, friend.
Holy heck! Yes, it did sound awesome and just.
Was that your last joke?
Oh no, I've got like 3 more.
Oh.
Did you hear about Scott when he had a full schedule? He was very busy. Busy.
Next one.
Next one. Ridge is a loser.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
What do you call a little horse? What do you call a little horse that's following COVID protocols?
What?
Mascarpone.
Alright, cool. Yo, this has been Sidscussions, guys. I really appreciate everyone listening. Follow the socials team. Please like and subscribe. This has been Katherine and Emmanuel.
Pretty awesome.
Really appreciate you guys coming on.
Determinated.
Determinated, 10 out of 10. It's been a lot of good stuff on this. Sorry, you guys will see that there are different camera angles and they've kind of gone out of battery, but we're learning how to deal with it. I'll get it sorted. But it'll be great. Righto. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.